Hey everyone, it's Marlene of Life with Marlene. Welcome to Wednesday's open panel. And I'm going to put the link here into the chat, and you're welcome to come up on the panel. And we're going to chit chat. I'm just fixing myself up here for this discussion because I'm going to turn my camera on in a little bit. I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday so far. I hope your week has not been too difficult. Hope it's been wonderful, actually. I try my best to be positive. I really do. And I understand sometimes it's hard to be positive in negative situations, but I try my best to be positive for y'all. And I hope y'all are trying your best to be positive. But what I wanted to talk to y'all about today is, when you have people in your life and they're just trying to take you down. Hey, Tay Eads, how are you? Happy Wednesday. I hope you're doing good. Have y'all had people in your life that are just so negative and they try to take you down this dark path, this dark road, and you're just not interested in going down a dark road with them? And I don't know. I'm just trying to deal with the situation now with somebody who is my friend and I really care about them, but I'm just not a negative person. And I just don't like drama. I don't like drama at all. And I'm just trying my best to not be, I want to be understanding for them. I want to be supportive for them. But how do you deal with negative people? How do you deal with people who are just always, everything is always, thumbs down. Everything is always just sad. And I don't want to say pathetic, but like, I know people go through things. I know people go through certain situations and have different problems and they're fighting certain battles. But at what point is it support? And at one point is it where you just cut the people off? That's the question that I want to ask you guys. At what point is friendship good and at one point is friendship bad? Because I try my best to be a good friend to people. I try my best to be supportive of people who are my friends. But at what point does it get to where these people are toxic towards you? I don't know if you guys have ever been through this or if you're going through this. Like there's people and you're trying to elevate in your life. You're trying to do things, whatever it is, trying to go to school, you're trying to buy a home, you're trying to stack your money, you're trying to do things. And it's like, I kind of feel like they're like, oh, you're doing so good. And I wish I could do good like you, but they won't do anything about it. You know what I mean? Do you guys understand what I'm talking about? Hey, Ace of Spades, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. I hope you're doing well. And I would appreciate if you guys would like it. I just feel like at what point are you being played or used? And at what point are these people like your actual friends and they're like, they'll just knock it off? Because I know people have to vent and stuff, but at what point is it that they're always venting? And at one point is their relationship, their friendship toxic to you? That's where I am right now. I feel like I'm at the brink where I think I'm going to have to decide that I'm going to have to cut them off because it is bringing me down. It's kind of draining. Like everything that they talk about is negative. Everything that they're doing, they're saying they want to do things, but they're not really doing anything to prosper. But then they're always saying to me like kind of like I should feel guilty oh, you're able to do this, but I'm not able to do it. So it's like I feel like they're making excuses for who they are, because I personally believe if you really want to change something in your life, you'll change it. And some people just don't want to change. They're comfortable just going through life, being negative, being in that space, and they don't want to do anything about it. And I don't like that. I don't know if you guys have been through that or you're going through that. Like, how do you deal with toxic people? Like people draining you, or people, I would say using me, because I don't let people use me anymore. But like, at what point in a relationship do you cut people off? Like, and say, like, that's enough? Because I know people go through things and hard times. And if they talk about their hard times, like, that's not a big issue for me. But if you're only ever talking about negative things, and you never talk about, like, I'm grateful that I have this, I'm grateful I have a job, and I have good health, and other things besides their problems, I think it's important to have different levels to, you can't just always tell everybody what is not going good in your life. I think it's important to tell people, like, this is what's good in my life right now. Like, I'm grateful I have this, and I'm grateful that I have that. What do you guys think about the situation? And oh, it's open panel, so you guys are free to click on that link and come up and join on the discussion, talk about this or talk about something else, or just want to chit chat, keep me company. But that's how I personally feel. I'm at the point in my life where I feel like I'm too grown to just hang out with people or listen to people who really aren't doing anything in their lives. Like my mom used to call them still people. They're always saying, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But in a year, 5 years later, they're still in the same place. And I'm not making fun of people, but it's like, don't talk about you want to change your life and then you actually really don't. There's nothing wrong with saying you want to do something, but if that's all you talk about, but you never back it up by your actions, I don't know if I'm being hard or tough on people, but I find it to be a little annoying to say you want to do things and then you don't actually do it. That's just me. That's how I feel. And I like to, like, be honest and like and be checked. Like, if I need to be checked, if that's not a good way to think, I want somebody to tell me that's you shouldn't think that way. Like, let people vent all the time if they want to vent. Am I being mean? Am I being rude by thinking that people shouldn't always talk about their problems all the time, that they should also talk about what's going good for them? I kind of just personally think like it's kind of draining. It drains on you to only hear negative about somebody and you never hear anything positive. That's just what I'm going through in my life right now. I feel like it's a draining thing to only ever talk about negative and never talk about the positive. Because, yes, there are negatives that happen in life, like especially what we just went through with this pandemic. There was so much negative that happens. Like, people lost their jobs, some people got sick, people lost family members and friends in death. Like, it was a lot of things that happened during that time. But like, I feel like now you should be sharing, like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and then you actually do it. So that's where I am in my life right now. I'm trying to elevate and do better. I have goals and things that I'm trying to do. What are your goals? Well, I wouldn't say I'm not a person who's like a resolution person, but I'm more of a person who is like, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to talk about it, and then I'm going to put it out in the atmosphere because I'm going to do it. I really don't like to talk about what I'm doing because I think sometimes people will, I wouldn't say sabotage what you're trying to do, but people, when they find out that you're trying to elevate and do better, then they automatically start thinking, oh, you think you're better than everybody else, or you think you can do this, or look at you, you got a brand new car, or something like that. I do see that the jealousy comes up with a lot of people when you're trying to elevate. Have you all ever been through this situation in your personal life that when you're trying to elevate and do something in your life, that people start talking about you behind your back or even sometimes in front of your face? As soon as you try to elevate your life and you're trying to do something good for yourself or your family, like everybody starts like coming against you or making fun of you, or people stab you in the back or something like that. That's just how I feel like right now in this season of my life, where I'm trying to elevate and do some good things for myself and my family so that I can have a better future. I feel like the negativity is like coming on really strong against me. And I guess I just need to just like release people or step back from people for a time and let them have their break. I think it's important in all relationships to take some breaks from people to really evaluate if you really want to be around them and find out if they're really a good person or they are who they say they are. I don't know. That's just me, what I think. I put the link in the chat. You guys are free to come up and join with me on its open panel Wednesday. And I hope you guys' week has been good so far. But it's today. Today is the 8th of March. And I feel like this year has gone by so fast. It's crazy. I feel like we were just like January 1st and already like in maybe 3 weeks, it's gonna be April. And here in my area of Florida, we just had the Grand Prix. I didn't go to it because it's just too much people. But it's going to be spring break. Probably, I think it started already, maybe Monday. So in your area where you live, do you guys have spring break? Are you in like a area where people visit you over? Because in Florida, like they have the beach and everything, and people come and visit. And I just feel like the traffic is crazy. And one thing that I feel like sometimes I'm getting into that older mode where like old lady thinking, but like since it's been such a long time since I've been out of college, like the things that I see people do on spring break, it's crazy that I know I had my spring break when I was in college. What are some of the things that you did when you were on spring break in college? I just feel like the things that they do now in college is just unbelievably crazy. We got Mr. Fulton.
How are you, Marlene? It's
Hey,
been
how
a
are
long
you
time.
doing? Good to see you.
Yeah, it's been a while. How have you been?
Good. How has your week been?
Busy.
Busy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
been
So
work.
did you go, what have you been doing this week?
Let's see. I've been going to work every Fridays and Sundays at
Okay.
a new job I'm working at. It's Texas Warehouse.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
You've been staying busy.
Yep, staying busy.
Now, how is the weather in your area?
Cold, very cold.
Very cold. You got snow over there?
Not really. We're gonna have snow on Friday.
Oh, you're gonna have snow? Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
No snow in Florida.
Wish I could go there.
Yeah, but you're enjoying the winter so far. Are you ready for spring?
I am ready for spring.
Yeah. So what fun things do you do in your area?
Oh, well, I do basketball for Special
Oh,
Olympics.
basketball. That's cool.
So we've got a big semifinal this March 18th coming up. Um,
Oh, that's cool.
so
Are
we
you
we
are
got
you
a
going to
lot
go
to.
to it?
I'm in it. I actually play basketball.
Oh, you're in it.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty neat. I was just talking about something that probably you would probably like in my area. They just had the Grand Prix.
Is
Have
that the
you ever
race?
seen the Grand Prix
Yeah,
with
I
the
seen.
racing
Yeah,
cars?
I seen that.
Yeah, they had that, and it was so much traffic, and everybody's there taking pictures, and all of the drivers. See, I'm in the old lady mode. I don't like it's so much noise. like all you hear all day is round, 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 round. I'm ready for it to be over.
I'm ready for it too. But I actually wrote a new song all by myself again.
Oh, you did?
Mhm. It's called "Hey Hey It's Springtime," and what it is, it's almost getting ready for spring, and I thought to myself, I would probably like to write that song and see what's happening in the world and see what's happening here and like that
Oh,
kind of
that's
thing.
pretty neat. That's pretty neat. So what are you going to, you have any plans? Anything fun that you're
Hmm.
going to be doing this weekend or soon?
Going to work and then going to basketball. Going to my
Oh, you're going to
basketball practice.
basketball?
Yep, going to my basketball practice.
That sounds, do you have it's a group of you?
For basketball, we're actually called the Hipton County Heroes. Um, so we um, um,
You forgot?
yeah, I forgot.
It's okay. I forget stuff all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are you going to do for the rest of your day?
Oh, just relaxing.
Oh, you got a dog?
I got a dog named Luna. Let me see, she's here. One
Yeah,
second.
I'd like to see Luna. Yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Happy Wednesday to everybody in the chat. Hey to Arlene and Peer Runners and Tay Eats and Ace of Spades. Thank y'all for being here today, hanging out with me. I hope you're having a great week ahead. Any plans, everybody, for spring break? I know it's spring break in a lot of places. Um, I'm not doing anything. I don't like to go out into the traffic when it's busy. Kind of when you live in a place that has the beach. I know the beach is going to be there, so I don't have to go to the beach. I usually take off for like a week. You're welcome, Pure Runners. How are you doing? Appreciate you being here. If you would like to, you all are welcome to come up. It's an open panel, so you can click the link and we can chit chat. If you would like to, you don't have to turn your camera on unless you want to. Yeah, but I'm here in Florida and I'm close to the beach. Oh, do
Come
you
here,
have
Lou.
Luna?
Yep, I have her. Here.
Let me see Luna.
Oh, come here, Lou.
I can see Luna's face a little bit
Okay, hold on.
because of your background, your
Yeah,
green
my
screen
background.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Where
let
is
me
she?
see.
Lou!
Where did Luna go?
Here she is. Can you see her?
Yeah, hi Luna. Oh, Luna's cute. What kind of dog is that?
She is a black milk cur. I'm not sure if you ever heard those before.
Oh, Luna's cute. How
Yes,
old
she
is
is.
she?
She is two. She'll be three pretty soon.
A cute dog.
Yeah, she's pretty wild.
Hey, Golden Girl, how you doing? Good to see you. Happy Wednesday. You are welcome to come
So,
up.
yep.
Anybody who wants to. We're just hanging out here and chit chatting. Well, thanks so much for coming up. Oh, I
You're
like that
welcome.
background.
Yeah, thank you.
That looks nice. Do you do that in your StreamYards?
I used to, but had a
Okay.
lot of things to do. So,
I think I have that in the settings. I'm going to go, you go to settings in StreamYards and then you go to virtual background. And let me
yep.
see if I click something. I don't know. Like it's been, did
If
it
you
do
go to
it?
set, if you
Nope,
go to
it's not
settings,
doing it.
go to virtual background, and then
Yeah, I was doing the virtual background, but I don't know. Recently, it has not been wanting to do the virtual background for me. I go to the
Right.
settings and I go down to virtual background and I click it and it doesn't do anything. So I don't know what that's about. I'll have to do some troubleshooting and find out why I can't get the
Yeah.
backgrounds anymore.
Yeah. Well, thanks for letting me come on. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
thanks for coming up.
I
Appreciate it.
gotta.
Have a great day.
Thanks you too. Bye bye.
So, how's everybody doing? Thank you all for hanging out with me. And if I didn't say it already, thanks to everybody who has recently subscribed to this channel. I appreciate y'all so much. Um, and I think most of the time, as content creators, where we just I can only speak for myself, but as a content creator, I want people to subscribe to my channel. I want people to watch my videos, but I also don't want to forget the people who support me. Thank you all so much for supporting my channel. I'm past my 1,000 subscriber mark. Yes, I think right now I have 1,080 subscribers, but right now I'm just working on my watch time. I got a long way to go with my watch time. So I'm just going to take it and keep going along, doing my live streams on Wednesdays. That's what I can do right now. You guys let me know what you're doing on your channel. Like, what is your thing that you're working on? I think everybody on their YouTube channel, if you have one, if you're not just a supporter, you're working on something. And right now, my thing is I'm trying to get my watch hours. So I do have playlists on my channel for anybody who wants to support me and watch. I'm not I'm not demanding that you do it, but if you so choose to, I would appreciate it. Um, uh, how many channels do I have? I have 5 channels. Golden Girl, I have 5. I have this channel, which is my vlogging channel. Then I have my motivational channel, which is Marlene Motivates. Then I have my reviews channel, which is Marlene Reviews. Then I have my relaxation sounds channel, which is Just Relax Now. And then I have my podcast channel, which is Marlene Saunders Show. So I got 5, and I am working on that video that I promised you guys on how I maintain 5 channels. So I'm working on that, and I will be giving that to you, and then I'll do a live afterwards. Hey, Micro Farmer, you're welcome to come up if you would like to. I'll put the link. If you would like to, you're welcome to come up. I just put the link in the chat. You say, wow. I don't know. Like, everybody always acts like having 5 channels is a lot, but I think because I'm such a I don't know. I don't know what it's a part of my personality. I know how to delegate time. I know how to allot things. I know how to do all of those things and to make everything run smoothly. I think I'm just really good at that from my background for what I've been doing for various jobs. So I know how to organize and make things run smoothly. So it's easy for me, but I'm going to do a video on showing you how I maintain my 5 channels. Great to hear. How you doing, Micro Farmer? And how you doing, everybody in the chat? What does everybody have going on? What do you have going on in your life, in your channel, whatever it is? Hey, we got Golden Girl here.
Hi. I'm new. I'm new to this technology right here.
Oh, it's so good to see you. So tell me a little bit, since I don't know you, let me know. Tell me what you want to tell me about yourself.
Well, I am a golden girl, and I
Mm-hmm.
started my YouTube channel a year ago, January 25th, and
Mm-hmm.
I used to use my Facebook page to blog and
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And so finally, I had said I'm gonna try a YouTube channel. And so
Oh,
yeah, last year I'm focused on embracing the golden years and beyond. And I
mhm.
considered 60 as my golden years. And now that I'm 72, I
Oh,
have gone on, graduated beyond.
72. Oh, I would love to have some conversations with you on my podcast channel to teach some of these. Well, I probably shouldn't say it, but I call them knuckleheads sometimes.
And I'll be 72. I'm 71 in 6 months. But that's what I want to do, is to share my experiences. And one thing is, we're taught puberty, but no one teaches how to age.
That's
And
true.
I'm hoping to have the opportunity to dialogue with others and come up with what happens now that I'm 70. I
Yeah.
I felt like I was frisky still when I was in 60s, but hey, 70, you start to slow down a little bit, and then
Hmm.
80s, you slow down a little bit more.
Hmm. Yeah.
But
Well,
my
I just wanted to say my mom, I didn't even recognize my mom when she turned 60 because my mom, I guess, she eventually was an empty nester at that time, had already raised her kids, and now it was like her grandma mode. And that was the first time like my mom is like wearing shorter skirts. She's in a bikini. I was like, I don't like this new mom. I was the mom who wore her shirts all the way buttoned up. And I was like
uh-huh.
seeing mom in skin. And I was like, but it's like she said, it's the first time she actually has felt free to do what she
Okay.
wants to do outside of her kids and outside of her
Yes.
husband. Mhm.
Yes. 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 But I would like to ask the question. I'm going live first time tomorrow at 1
Oh,
p.m.
okay.
And I've got it out, verified, got it out there. But now my concern, and I'm trying to watch to get steps, like when I go live, I set it at slow as far as, to respond to the chat, because, I'm not that quick.
Hmm.
But when you go live, can you outline the steps, what you do when you came in today on your channel to?
Okay, it depends on what you're using. Are you using the regular YouTube or are you doing a third party like StreamYards, Streamlabs? What are
I'm
you
using
using?
I'm using the regular YouTube.
Okay. So when you do the regular YouTube, you have to have you already put it up on your channel to show that
Yes.
okay.
It's on my channel. It's
Okay, good. So
scheduled
you've
and
already made the
everything.
title and you've scheduled it.
Yes.
So all you're going to have to do is when you're ready to go live, all you have to do is hit go live.
Okay.
And then you're going to be there live and in person.
Okay. Now, what I'm doing is I'm going to interview. My format is I'm going to, the first part, want to try to maybe keep it to 30 minutes. I'm going to interview my daughter. The title of the interview is Growing Older in the Home. And
Mhm.
it's my daughter is a caregiver for her dad, who has Alzheimer's, and for her 97-year-old grandmother. And
Mhm.
so we working as a team to keep them in the home. And so going to, I've got about 10 topics to ask her questions about and let her elaborate, and then we'll open it up for the chat, and so people can chime in, ask questions, share maybe their caregiving experiences. And so that's the way my first live is going to be tomorrow.
Oh, that's
And
very exciting. Well, I definitely have something to add to the conversation because I care for both of my parents until they passed.
okay.
And
Oh,
we didn't
awesome.
and we didn't put them in a facility. I'm not judging anybody that has to, but we as a family
Sure.
decided we didn't want that.
Yes. And that's what she's doing. And that's what uh I want to do more videos on them growing older in the home. And, my mother, I had to put her in a facility, but that's what I had to do. And my daughter observed that. And so, she's just 40, she's 45, and she's been doing this since her dad got diagnosed in 2015. So,
Oh wow, that's
she's
tough.
young, taking on, and she's got double duty, with two people.
Mm.
Oh, so okay. So I got my concern is, how I, like you quickly, you put that link there for me to come in. Well, I have
Mhm.
to do that for everyone to come up, put the link.
Well, if you're not on StreamYard, you can't do that.
Okay.
The
Okay.
only thing that I know, if the person that you're going to talk to, if it's something that you're going to have somebody who also is a YouTuber, you can do another person. And they, because Micro Farmer asked the same question: does YouTube let you have two people at the same time to go live together? And it's a new thing. I haven't done it, but I believe it's only on your phone. And I'm going to pull it up so that I'm not just making up stories. But
Okay.
on your phone, if you open up the YouTube app, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's a plus button at the bottom.
Okay.
Can you see this?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And you click that plus button, and it's trying to highlight so you can see it, but it's this blue right here where it says go live together.
Oh, okay.
So if you have planned it already with another YouTuber, you can plan to go live with somebody else at the same time.
So you're saying, okay, my daughter I would have to do that with her to bring her in,
Yes,
because
because I don't believe with YouTube you can have somebody go live with you unless you have StreamYards.
okay. And so then maybe if I bring her in, then she could bring another person in.
I
Is
don't
that
know
what I
how
hear
that
you
works.
saying?
I
Okay,
don't
well,
know how
no,
that works with YouTube. I know with StreamYards, that's why I pay for StreamYards, because I can keep dropping the link and I can get up to 10 people to come up.
oh, you can.
That's why
So,
I don't mind paying the link. I don't mind paying the money because I think you get your money's worth, and it's a fun conversation to keep letting people continuously come up.
and that's StreamYard. I
And a
could Google
StreamYards,
that.
and I do believe that they have a free version. I don't know how many people they allow to come up, but I know if you they have a free version, and I'm almost sure that the free version will allow you to have at least one or two people to come up. So maybe you may want to try to download StreamYard,
Okay,
and then
okay.
you can delete the YouTube one, and then you can do the same thing with your daughter, and all you have to do is send her the link that says invite.
Oh,
So I
okay.
don't know, it's up to you. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just
Oh,
trying to
no,
give you
I
some
appreciate
options.
I appreciate this, because this is quite helpful. I tell you, God is good, because right now you're able to talk to me like this one on one, and I appreciate you taking your time to do this for me, because I figured out how to get it set up and everything, but now it's like, okay, now how do I function when I get ready to go live? So I appreciate this. No,
Oh,
I
it's no problem. Micro Farmer says with StreamYards, six people can come up.
Okay, six free stream. Yeah. And that's stream and then YARD. Is that what?
Oh, Micro Farmer says it's too late. You have to take 24 to 48 hours to go live from StreamYards, what from the time you download it. So I think maybe this time you would have to use the YouTube one. Oh,
Okay.
I see people here in the background. Let me add them first.
Okay.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Let,
Hey,
let
Micro
me mute
Farmer.
I'm
myself.
here. I'm here. I'm
Mute
waiting
me,
for the ladies
sis.
to get.
Mute me. Mute me.
Huh?
Mute me for a second. Mute me so
Okay.
I can cut the
Oh,
other thing
let
off.
me see if I can mute you. Hold on. I just muted you. Okay. Okay, Micro Farmer.
I was gonna let the lady speak. All right, I was just gonna tell her probably what the lady was gonna tell her. For me right now, if you're going live tomorrow at 1 o'clock, StreamYard, you're gonna have to set up now, but it's too late to go live on StreamYard because StreamYard takes 24 to 48 hours to do a live one. So you can go right now, apply, and it's gonna take 24 to 48 hours.
Okay. Okay.
So if you try to do it, I did that several times, made that same mistake, started a StreamYard, a new one, and then turned around and forgot a new channel and did try to go live with the channel and it will say you didn't
Yeah.
do StreamYard. So when I went to go to StreamYard takes technically 24 hours. You might get it faster, but it's 24 hours before you can go live.
All
Yeah.
right. I'll leave it at YouTube. I'll leave it at YouTube.
Yeah.
So all you have to do, Golden Girl, is if you've already set it up, and if I think you say your daughter,
Yes, my daughter.
if she has a YouTube channel, you're
She
gonna
does.
you're gonna have to do the live on your phone,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
and
On the
then
phone.
and then you just click at the bottom, and it says collaborate, go live together,
Yeah.
Okay.
and
Okay.
and then you click that, and then you can choose who you want to go live with.
Okay. Now let
I've
me
never
ask you
done it,
this.
but
Okay.
that's what it says.
Now I set it up. Her channel is new because right now she doesn't even have it activated, but she's going to today. But I still could bring her in, right? Because I'm the one who set up
Well,
the.
there's a thing about that I learned when I had my podcast channel. I thought you could go live. So if she has just made her YouTube channel, I think that they have the same thing like StreamYard, where you have to have your channel for at least 1 day or 2 days before they allow you to go live. So I hope it's not something where she has just made her channel and wants to go live the next day, or has she had the channel?
So you're saying that she can't come in live with me? I
If
can't
she
bring
has
her
not,
in?
if she has not verified her channel.
Okay. Oh, and no, she
See,
hasn't
that's what
done that because she.
I learned that on my podcast channel. I had set up the live and said I was going to go live, and you cannot go live if you
Yeah,
if
you
you
have
haven't
to wait
verified it.
24
It's like
hours.
Yeah.
YouTube gives you like a day or 2 days.
Yeah, you have
before.
to wait 24 hours. So
Oh, Sugar loves saying it. Yeah.
yeah, so what you do is like I always tell people, even if you don't want to go live or whatever, the minute you have a channel, just state that you want to go live. So that 24-hour
Okay.
period is over with. So whenever you're ready to go live, you can go live. But you have to wait that 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes,
Okay.
and they mean to the minute too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But if you waited however how long to go live, one more day is going to be just fine.
Well, the question that I would ask you, Golden Girl, is check and make sure if your daughter has verified her YouTube channel.
No, she hasn't. She doesn't even know that kind of knowledge.
Oh.
But
I don't know if this is something that you may be able to do. If I were you, I would just tell like your daughter to go and make sure she verifies her channel. I think you have to be on a computer and then set it up for you to the day after or 2 days later. I don't think you're going to be able to do both of you together. You may have to do it by yourself if you do it tomorrow.
Well, no, because the whole point is I'm interviewing her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think you're going to be able to.
Right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in, leave everything like it is, and just change the schedule time.
Yeah.
Thank y'all. Ooh, y'all's been so helpful.
But there's a lot of YouTubers that's in our community that could show you that also. Like, I think they did videos on it, but talked about it. But yeah.
I know the steps because I watched. I know what you're saying. I watched a video that showed me how to do it.
Okay.
So then I'll just walk her through. Yeah. She's got to do everything. From the beginning of a channel and everything.
Okay. Because she don't. I mean, if you do a StreamYard, she don't need a channel. Because you just gonna send her the link. She don't have to have a channel if you do StreamYard. You just gonna send her an email.
Don't you have older videos that you have that explains these things, Marlene? She can just go look at.
Yeah, I have I actually have
all of this. Yeah.
I have a channel that me and Gio has made that
Mhm.
talks about all of this step by step. So
Yeah.
if you have an
Oh, can you
Instagram,
send
I
me?
can send it to
Right.
you.
Okay,
You
because
forgot you did this, sis. You forgot
I
you
went
did all
into
this.
your
Forgot.
I went into your different channels. That's why I saw you had so many when you were
Mhm.
talking
Yeah.
about watch your playlist, you know.
Yeah, she talks about everything. So maybe she can send you the link, or she can tell you where to
Would
go,
you?
and you'll
Yeah,
get a
I
lot
sure
of more
will.
information
Definitely.
too. Go check out all of it.
Thank you so much, Sugar Love. I forget. Y'all know I got 5 channels. I'm busy.
That's
I
I just
forget what I have.
Sometimes we gotta remind each other. We this how we did this. We don't
Yeah,
say,
you gotta have people like,
yeah.
and
How
I'm not
you
a
gonna send
person.
it someplace else when you got all the good stuff?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, give me some watch time
I
on.
don't know.
Oh,
Hey, she's on. I just came up here, but I just say once again, I
Thank
say
you, Micro
YouTubers,
Farmer.
whoever she get it from, it doesn't matter to me. But I
or
was
get it from my sister here. That's
yeah,
where we want her to get it from.
Yeah.
And I tell you, that's right because I watch, I take good notes.
Well,
yeah.
thank you, Micro Farmer. I know you got to step down. You got
Yeah,
things you're
I am
busy
because
doing.
I'm making
So I
orders for my
appreciate
tea
you.
orders and stuff. These are my tea
Okay.
company, so I got a few
Okay,
orders
Mr.
to fill up,
Businessman.
and and I'm my first teaching class, so I'm
Oh,
Oh,
officially
okay.
getting
congrats,
paid to teach
congrats.
people how to make certain things for survivals and stuff. So
Oh,
that's a
I'd
good
like to
thing.
have you on my podcast channel to talk
Exactly.
about that.
Talk
Hey,
about it.
everybody know my email. My email is the
Mhm.
simplest thing on the planet. People act like they don't know. It's my name, the number
Oh, I already
4.
know. I'm
Well,
gonna
I
reach
don't
out to you.
know.
I
What's
know
your
what it
name? Your
is.
name is Michael Farmer?
That's
Yeah,
it. Number
Okay.
4, number 4
You
Micro
at
didn't
Farmer
say that right.
gmail.com.
email.
At gmail.com. Like everybody got gmail.com. Just put the 4 behind my name and
Yep,
gmail.com.
and that's it.
That's it.
Okay,
I look
okay.
forward to that. I look forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if y'all gonna do podcasts, let me know. I'm available. I'll just make time. Like right now, I'm just putting everything together because Saturday I have a couple that I'm teaching for 2 hours how to survive and make more money. So
Okay.
yeah,
I'm
so it's
interested
it's
in that.
financial survivalness. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, I want to know
Okay.
about
Awesome.
that tea.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
awesome.
want to know about that tea.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
we
T is
want to
off the
know.
chain. Oh, that's extra income. Tea companies are you gotta look forward to the spring. I'll put some more information out. But right now
All
I'm
right.
teaching.
I'm
I'm
ready
teaching a
for it.
class. All right, so y'all hit me up with an email and I'll come up and talk about on your
Yes,
live.
I love it.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you,
Take
Micro
care. All
Farmer.
right,
Have a
y'all.
good
Take care.
day.
Yes.
Oh, isn't that good?
Yes, awesome.
I'm all excited now.
Well, Marlene, I just want to congratulate you because you're doing an awesome job. I watched a couple of your videos and I saw you had all those channels and I mean, are you monetization on all of those channels?
I'm monetized on 2 channels. This channel is almost to the halfway point for
Okay,
monetization. So this would be my 3rd channel, this one. So I'm close to being 3 channels monetized.
Whoop, whoop,
okay,
whoop,
awesome.
whoop.
I mean, I have watched so many YouTube videos and seen people that are monetized. And now to be able to communicate, to have this community, I am just so excited. I am just so
Yep.
excited.
Yeah, and the whole thing is that I don't do this on my own. Yes, I make the content and I put it out there, but it is what is the content if you don't have a community of people who want to watch it?
Yes.
So I can't do this. I don't do it on my own. It's y'all like it.
Hey, Geechee.
So now,
Yeah.
are you and Sugar Love actually siblings?
No, this is
No, but I wish
no,
she
we're
was
not
my.
siblings.
But I wish she was. But
Okay,
We're both
okay.
Brooklyn girls.
that's my spiritual sister.
Yeah.
All right. I
Yeah.
understand. I understand.
We're
We're
both
all
Brooklyn girls.
we're all
And
sisters in
Island
Christ.
girls. We Brooklyn Island girls at the same
Yeah, we're Brooklyn Island girls. That's very interesting.
time. Brooklyn
And you both
Island.
in Florida now?
No,
No,
I'm in
I'm
Florida.
still in
She's in
Brooklyn.
New York, but
I'm
I
still
was
in
born
Brooklyn.
in New York.
Okay, okay. Brooklyn. All right,
We the
Brooklyn.
BI. We the BI, baby. The Brooklyn Islanders.
Yep, BI. Uh-huh.
But besides that, she's just so efficient. She's so sweet. That's my spiritual sister, regardless.
Yeah. We have
Yeah.
been, a lot of people don't know that. Like, people see, like, I've seen Sugar Love's growth. Like, on YouTube, I was right there from, how long has it been? Since 4 years?
Yeah.
I've been there when it was, sometimes it would be just her and I in the chat
Right.
together.
That's right. People
Okay,
don't know.
okay.
People
Yep, when
don't
we
know
was
your
just
first.
new.
I know people don't know when you first start. It's just you, and then you
Yeah.
hope for, and you hope for somebody. You hope for somebody to come on in, and then that'll be you and somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually, you are your first audience. So
Okay.
it's good to reach out to people, and say, hey, come. So it won't be, but it's okay if it's just you,
Yeah.
Okay.
because you got to
Well, you
remember.
know what?
Mhm.
Maybe tomorrow I'll change that schedule for that one, but maybe I'll still just go live with myself just for the practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do like an intro, like get to know me or something, or talk about
Mhm.
Okay.
something. Yeah.
Okay.
Or tell them
Yeah.
Yeah.
what your channel is going to be about.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
All
Yeah,
right.
that would
Yeah.
be the best thing to do first. That would be the best
Yeah.
thing to
Yeah.
do.
When you said that, just me, because then I can get it together.
You're gonna come with an interview first. No, we gotta
Yeah,
know
that
you.
sounds like something I would do because I don't want to be by myself.
Like, who we watching?
And everybody gonna say, "Who is she?" Anyway,
Oh
and
Hey,
man.
I'm like, I don't know her either.
hey, but I want to get the story out. That's why it's so dear to my heart.
Yeah, but
It's just like,
we gotta know who you are first before we get to your story. I told you the first person
Mhm.
in there is
Oh,
gonna be
we got
you.
one busy mama. She says I don't like going live alone.
Well, that's
Well,
when you build up people, because sometimes you start out alone, but technically you're not alone because your chat is with you.
yeah,
So all you do is you read off that chat, and then you forget that you're by yourself because you're constantly communicating with the chat. Or if the chat is not there, because like I said, you might be your only person. Pretend like you're speaking to 100 people and
yeah,
better, because you never know who's going to catch the replay. So
okay,
you're also talking to the people that could be watching the replay. So you don't want your energy to be like, hey, nobody's here. Because what if, depending on what you do, maybe next year, maybe 100 people may have. So you got to pretend like them
yeah.
people are there already.
okay,
Don't
okay.
don't do less because you see less. Still, because you
Yeah.
never know who's going to pick. The video stays here forever unless
Yep.
something happens.
Oh, Sugar Love. I laugh at my videos when I started, 2011. Oh, I was a mess.
Baby, do you remember
Oh, I
my
was a mess.
Sunday?
I said, I know
Do you
y'all don't
remember
want to be
my
in
my
here with
my
me,
my
but
morning when I still had to get my son up, and I had to be up at, I was like a quarter to 6 or 7. I used to have I still have my head wrap on from the bed. I still have my head
yep.
wrap on. I used to have the glasses, the head wrap, the coffee, and as you were here through Anthony, let's go. You're gonna be late.
I
Let's
loved it because
go.
you were so real. I loved it.
Oh, let's get out of here. I'm like, you would hear like the back and forth of each. And that was how I started off the morning, and that would be, I call that on the coffee run.
Yep.
And
Ah, but you were getting your watch hours, right?
girl,
Yep.
we wasn't playing. Let me tell you something. It used to be time we used to go from one person to the next. It was like
Yes.
a family thing, and it was
All day long. We
yes.
used to start at like 7 in the morning and go to like 10 at night.
And this is like most of, like, I can make sure I can't one every day twice, but sometimes it was like every day, every other day, or sometimes it was like 2 days a week when we all used to just go.
Yep.
And because
We would live hop all day long. I used to be like, I would do like 2 or 3 hours, then you would do 2 or 3 hours, and somebody else did 2 or 3. And we all got monetized in about 3 or 4 months doing that.
No,
Really?
I got monetized in 4 weeks.
You did?
It was a month for my
Oh
first
yeah, you got
channel.
monetized in a month. Mine was 3 months.
And then, wait, hold up.
You mean you got 1,000 subscriptions?
But and then I was on Baby. I was not playing. I did not sleep. And then
No,
on my other
me
channel,
and her were up all night. I'd be like, you here too?
I did not sleep because remember back then we had what you call growing channels.
Yeah.
Right. So besides us, when we're live, we used to go to the guy who had the truck and
and
it
used to be back in the day, back in 2000.
Right. And then
14,
we had the other guy.
It used to be a live with like 300 people in it.
Sometime more than that.
Yeah, like
guys,
700 people in there. So of course you could get your 1,000 because you got 600 people in it and everybody's networking. So in 2 months you got all your people and you get your hours and you done.
Yeah.
Now it's not that way anymore.
And
now it's harder.
What was the name of he used to put it on the screen. It was to be him and his wife.
Oh, wasn't that what's his name? The Bam Show. What's his name?
Not Bam Show. That's the one. That's the truck driver. No, the Bam Show was the country boy. He just started over again. He's just starting over. But see, he came off he did it smart. I give it to him. He made sure because everybody again has certain hours. So when he was finished, he made sure he took that last slot. He made he wasn't part of them.
He was the smart
but he made it like he was part of them. Right, but he wasn't with their slot, but he made it seem like, and he caught the ending people over there.
Yep.
Which was
he used
really
to go
smart.
at like 11 o'clock at night. Yep.
But who was the other lady? What was her name? Karen or?
I know it was one of them, but I can't remember because they're not on anymore.
She was a beautiful lady. Beautiful lady.
Oh, I know who it was. It was Jamaican Queen.
No, she was a Caucasian lady. She was kind of heavy set, but she was beautiful.
I don't remember her.
And then I think her and the truck driver, that's when they fell out. And then that's when everything, because we had the Macintosh guy. Remember the Macintosh?
Yeah.
It was something Macintosh.
I remember.
It was the guy with the truck.
Y'all been on YouTubers for a long time.
I've been on YouTube since 2007.
Right, for our part. YouTube been on for a long time.
That's awesome.
We speaking upon our, 1 week. We just happened to come in. So, and then that's when people was hustling. And I found out that the smaller the smaller it is, the more people you pick up. Because the bigger you is, you're gonna, unless you want a computer where you can open up them. Because remember, you had to watch the video back then for it to stick.
Yeah, you had to watch it for at least 3 minutes, or that.
And sometimes that still didn't stick, and then that's when we came up with make short videos.
Yeah, I remember when that first came out, and everyone was like, "Well, make short videos? That's stupid."
Like, no, because make a video a minute or less, or that's what matter of fact, we did the shorts before it was shorts.
Yeah, we sure did. We used to make the 30-second video so that somebody had something quick to watch to subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh, so now do you do the long form? Is it still like you only can get ads on the long form video?
No, you can get ads on all videos, but you get more ads the longer the video is.
Okay.
And then back then you couldn't get a commercial off the short one. Now you do.
Nope. You didn't. When we back in the day, if you made a 30-second video, you got nothing.
Yeah, but now, please, 16. I do 16 seconds. I got a commercial.
Yeah.
But that's because they made the shorts and stuff now. But we think about it. We did shorts before it was the shorts.
I did not think about that we were the originators of the shorts back in
the originators of the shorts.
Yeah, because we wanted to make sure that the thing stuck. Yeah.
So how how did you get involved with YouTube back then? I've been watching videos, but and I've seen the advertisements, but I never thought it was anything that I could do.
Well, I can speak about myself. I got backdoored into YouTube because back in what year? I don't even remember when I started in YouTube, but whenever I think it was 2016 or 17. Back then, they used to have video responses. Oh man, that used to be amazing. Oh my god, because if somebody made a video, say Sugar Love made a video, I could click, go on her video, and when it was done, you could click like a reply. I could reply to your video by making a video.
Right.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And that's how I didn't realize when I did that you automatically became a content creator.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
okay,
Right.
And
okay.
that's how it started for me because I was very passionate about some video that somebody had made and I made a response and then people started coming over and saying, "Oh, what do you think about this then?" And I was like, "I don't make no content."
Let me tell you, with
Back
me,
door, back door.
I kind of got backdoored to it too, but in a different way. I got tired of talking to the screen. I'm like, or I'm just like, that is not true. And I'm like,
Yep.
and why? I've been watching YouTube like since YouTube started, but after a while, I said, I'm tired of speaking to the screen.
Yep.
I got opinions too, and I'm like, I think I could break this down a little bit more better than they could break it down.
Mhm.
So then Ms.
Yeah.
Rob was like, then get your channel. She said, you already have a channel. I said, what do you mean I have a channel? She said, as long as you have YouTube, you already is a content creator. People just don't know that.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
once you wait, everybody. That's why if you think about it, everybody has that number, that new, what you call it. Everybody's identified when they
Yeah.
give you that new thing they just gave us. But a lot of people just when they say I'm not a content creator, that means they just don't want to make videos. But if everybody look up, you will see that camera or that whatever and or download
The
videos.
avatar.
Right, you will see people don't understand. Everybody is a content creator once
Yep.
you're on YouTube. They just don't know that.
Yep.
okay.
You are.
Well, as I was sharing, on my Facebook page, I would, be vlogging and and so I know they got tired of me. I had something to say. I'd share all kinds of things with them. I used to create smile boxes. I don't know if you're familiar with that. And I would post
No.
them on my Facebook page. And if I travel somewhere, I'd share my pictures through smile box. And so I said, I'm going to try me a YouTube. And see, one thing, a lot of my friends, they're resistant to social media. So that's a little bit drawback. I post my videos on my Facebook page, but some of them they just don't want any. They'll do Facebook, but they see YouTube as an evil.
I mean,
Um,
everything is what you make it. Because if you go into YouTube, whatever you could think of is in YouTube. So if your
mhm.
mind is stuck to whereas is drama, that's where your mind is at. Because if you
Hmm.
put
Right.
in how to plant, you got all these videos come up how to plant, how you eat the right way. All these 50 million videos come up with how to eat the right way. I mean, whatever you could think of, it's a video for it.
Yes.
So so that would make you go into whatever niche that you do, and then them type of people will be drawn to you. Not saying that you're not going to have haters. You're going to always have haters.
Yeah.
Just in life, period. Just the point of you just being born, somebody just didn't like you. Just being
Right.
born. But so you can't stop that. But some people don't even go live. Some people just make videos
Yep.
and they do very well and they have the computer speaking for them.
Right.
They got that computer generated voice and
Hmm.
everything. If some people, if you want the natural hair, if you want the wigs, and if you want to know how to, it's some whatever you could think of is on YouTube. So people always say they're scared of it, but they be YouTubing everything though. The same people who say I don't like it, but they They be on YouTube.
They
For
be on
something.
here.
Uh-huh.
And see, that was me. I mean, I Google it. Hey, you need to fix a car or something, change the light bulb. Let me check YouTube. Give me the steps on how to do it, you know?
Mm-hmm. So
So
it's whatever you want to do. But if you do have a Facebook family, try to and let them know. So when you put your video, when it says share that on your Facebook too.
I have been sharing it. I have. And um some of them have clicked on it and everything. I was real happy when
Oh,
I
so
saw
you
my
did videos already.
yeah. Oh, go to my page. You gotta go. I'm at
Oh,
Golden Girl 1056.
on YouTube.
Yes,
No,
I got about 165 videos.
no, I thought you said this
What?
is your first time making a video.
No, this is my first time going live.
Oh, oh, oh,
Okay.
oh. Well, then you should already have. How many subscribers do you have?
I'm at 180 now.
Right, so you good because you got your Facebook people that come over. See, with me, like a lot of people didn't like a lot of people. If you have like already like I did it later, so I didn't bring my Facebook people. I worked for everything. But if you got a Facebook family, like a lot of people, you think that they are so big. No, some people is
No,
big.
no, I didn't
No,
get. That's what I was trying to say. I They don't want to come to YouTube. They fine with, but they won't. Only a
but as
couple will
long as they
come.
watch your video, you still get the seat. You still get the credit for. I mean, you still get the visit for it. You still get the
On
view.
on Facebook.
Yes, you still
Yeah,
get the
if you
view.
connect it on your Facebook page and they watch it, you get credit for that
You
still.
still get the view
Oh, okay, okay,
They don't
okay,
have to come
because it's
over
gonna
and
bring
watch.
them right into YouTube.
okay,
If they watch
okay.
the video, it brings them into YouTube. If they
Now,
watch it,
okay, cause yeah, I post a lot of the videos that I do on my Facebook page. I don't post them all because I think initially they probably didn't like I was doing that.
do you remember Karen? She has such a great idea.
Oh, that's what I tagged you in that
No,
that
no,
she
no,
just
no.
put a
This is
short up.
another Karen. She was the Caucasian Karen, I believe. But she had a Facebook page, right? Also,
Hmm.
where you can put your videos up in there, only for YouTubers though. And then that's how people got to know each other too. And that was a way of getting your video watched and getting subscribers too.
Yep.
And that was an excellent idea. Tell people join the Facebook group.
Yep.
You
I've
know,
been
so
thinking about making a group for us because I don't see anybody doing that anymore.
right there, a lot of things because a lot of people know that like the drama sells, so they figure let's go that way. Like I didn't want to go that way. I wanted to work the hard way for it.
Yep.
I wanted to work the hard way. I didn't want it to get it because see, once the drama stops and it fizzles, then what you do?
Yep.
Now let me say this because my subscribers just jumped in a week or 2 weeks ago. I was maybe at 66. I posted this video about me going to my aquatic workout and I had my bathing suit on. I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. And I have gotten so many watches from that. And I'm saying, I hope they don't think my channel is, a
No,
sex.
people like journeys. So people
Hmm.
saw that as a journey. So then now you're
Yep.
gonna have to do more to show them your journey. Cause now
Oh,
that's what they come to see. A lot like me, since I have gained like all this weight from the C word, from the pandemic, and then
uh,
from my operation. So now I may want to like if I go to the gym or to the choir, hey, this is my journey. Then y'all can see like where I'm at now, and people want to see like your journey until you get to
Right.
whatever goal. Like we have to set a goal,
yes, I'm 50 pounds by December 31st.
right? So that's
I'm
gonna
down 20 something, 20
right.
plus.
So that's gonna draw people to you just to see your journey. People love people love to see stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I know that's the type of channels I like.
Yeah.
I love to see people journeys.
Well, I said I just because sometimes I'm getting these comments and they in different foreign languages. I don't know what they saying, and I said, "Oh, please, it was not my intent, to be."
No,
I
baby. If you
No,
get
you
them,
want an international audience, and when you go in your back office in your YouTube studio, YouTube will translate it into English for you.
oh,
Oh, really? Into the back office?
Yeah, you go into your YouTube studio, you click a comment, and then
Uh-huh.
it says underneath it, if it identifies it that it's not English, it
Uh-huh.
underneath it in parentheses it says translate to English.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right,
So
I'll
that's what
try
I
that.
do. And sometimes I'm like the comments, I'll be like, oh, they're rude.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't know what they saying, and I want my channel is it's not about sex, it's not about that. I'm not
well, that's
trying
a
to.
kind of compliment at the same time, golden
Yeah,
girl.
because they say you
Well,
looking
You
good.
still got the
I
voice, baby.
yeah, but that was not in my mindset. I
Yeah,
was
but
just showing I'm going to do my aquatic workout, and I said,
yeah, but
oh
they
my
like what
goodness.
they see, baby. You wasn't
And
just
Golden
but
Girl, there's like,
you
we
still
like what we
got it, girl.
see.
You still got it. Golden girl is a golden girl.
You gotta go on my channel and see it. I'm up I can't believe it. I might be at 13K on that. Can you believe that?
Wow.
It's the journey. It's the journey.
You never know. All last year I made videos and I got maybe 100 views, 100 something, but I don't know how this happened.
Oh, I
I
just
was
seen it. It says aquatic workout, striving to be fit at 71, 14,000
See,
views.
now you have to keep it up. Now you're gonna have no, but I'm saying now you
Go,
know.
girl.
Now you know how you got them. So now you got to keep them. So now you're gonna have to keep that title and keep it up, and you're gonna be viral soon. You're gonna be. You're
Yeah,
gonna.
that's how
She's
you
gonna.
stay viral, Golden
She's
Girl.
gonna
You
be
need to
like.
make more videos just like that.
Yeah. Now,
okay.
now you know
Well, I
your
was thinking
lane.
about I get a new suit
No, but
Get a new suit.
that'll be
and a size
something,
and a smaller size because I was talking about the size of that suit.
right? But now you
Yeah,
get
and
to
you got people
experience
on your
that.
comments saying you look good.
See, see, golden
Mm.
girl.
Woo! Golden
But
Girl.
I see y'all giving me a different because I was getting scared. Like I don't want no
No,
creepy people coming at me.
you can't help that, but you can't help
Ooh,
that.
you got some men in your comment. One man
I
said
know it.
love
I
you.
know it. Before this, they was talking about all of my viewers were over 65.
hey, they got every right to watch too.
Did you
You
see
gotta
this comment?
what it say?
It say love you with hearts in their eyes.
See,
I know it.
see,
I know it.
see.
They love you.
Now you have to them 12,000 people. You now have 12,000 people, even though they didn't subscribe. But
No,
now you got
14,000.
now she got to keep saying, "Hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe." 14,000.
Yeah, the next video when
Right.
you say I'm about to do this aquatic video, make sure you subscribe. Mhm.
Okay.
Stay part of the journey.
I'm glad for this conversation. I needed this because, I was just a little skeptical because I know some of it I don't even understand what they saying, and
No, but
it's like
one thing that you can do, I will say I didn't learn that till it was too late. But
okay,
make sure you start replying to your comments.
okay,
Even if you can't give a comment reply
Leave a
at that
heart.
time, at least try to heart the comment
Okay.
And,
Ooh.
and to make that easier, go into your YouTube studio
Okay.
and then
Okay.
go under comments. So that
Uh-huh.
means whatever video, you could just heart it down the line.
Yeah, just put hearts. And then
Down,
when
you
you
could
have
Okay.
just
the time, go back and leave a
heart
comment.
it
Woo.
down the
So
line.
I need to heart all those 14,000.
Well, go and start. If you start now,
It says you have 17 comments in here.
if you start
Oh, just the
now,
comments. Okay, just the comments. Okay, that's
right.
right.
So go into
Okay.
your YouTube studio, and
Okay.
then you're gonna click on to where it says comments.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's so whatever video you made, if someone left a comment, and if you see something that's really dear and you want to say, oh, thank you so much, you can, or just heart it down the line. Heart it down the
Okay.
line.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All right.
and it looks like if you go and click on, I could see it here on it. It says translate to English.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you may not have to go into the studio to see the translation, but
Okay.
it looks
Okay.
like you got a lot of male viewers.
Yes, because I went into U Studio and I saw it at the algorithm that I am 85% male. 85% male. And this just
Golden
happened.
girl.
This just happened.
You need us too with you. You need us too. Thank you for being a
Come
friend.
on, Golden Girl. They waiting for the next video. You got to do
this.
this.
She need a blank. She need a blank. She need us to help her.
A Muslim said he subscribed.
Yes.
That is now you know.
Wait. I thought maybe I was Betty White of the Golden Girl, but you said I'm Blanche.
No, I said you need a
Blanche, child.
You need a Blanche.
I need a Blanche.
Yeah, that's between me and Marlene. Of course I'm Blanche, right?
Yeah, you Blanche. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm gonna talk smack all day, dang it. That would be me. I'll take it. Yes, darling.
You're cracking me up for real.
Oh my goodness. All my friends gonna say you done got on YouTube and they done changed you.
But usually people say that when just like, especially if you're happy at what you're doing, that's when people will complain about it. Like when you like when you don't, I don't have to really deal with y'all because it's like I can just go on. Like I can see Marlene, I can Sugar, you can have friends, but you really like what you're doing and you like your chat and stuff like that, and they haven't found their niche yet in life. So either they're gonna miss you because you found something else to do.
So you better go and jump on this.
Okay,
quickly.
I will. I needed to talk to y'all today for sure because I felt like, oh my goodness, what have I created here?
You may not be monetized, but create a Cash App. You can still put your Cash App.
Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Yes, listen to us. Yes, you
okay.
Do. Make you a Cash App. Put your Cash App there, because what's the point of getting monetized? You only get pennies off a video.
You want Cash Apps because you can say, and then you can say, thank you so much for this Cash App because you sponsored this video.
Oh, is that the way to say it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, busy mama. Hello, wellness.
Hey, wellness.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna get off of here because I just finished lunch with a friend, but I clicked in and I saw you were live, and I wanted to come up. Thank you, Sugar Love.
Well,
and don't forget us, Golden Girl. When you get big,
I know, right? Send some men over here. You got
wait.
You got 14,000. Send us some over here.
Hey, wait. this was my tutorial. This was my tutorial, and I'm forever grateful. I don't forget anybody. So can you send me the link, Marlene, that
Okay.
I need to go watch that instructional video on how to do
You
some
have
things on YouTube?
Instagram?
No, I have
You have a
message.
email?
Yes, yes, yes.
Try to
Here's
Is
put
my
it
her
email.
is it
email in
on
the
your
back.
page?
Yes, I think it is.
If not, put it in the back chat before you go.
Yeah, put it in the
Oh,
back chat what your because there's a comments or where you can click private
Well, you see,
chat.
you're gonna put it in
comment.
You
private
you
chat.
see where it says private chat?
I see comment. I don't see private
It says
chat.
private banners,
I'm on
brand,
my
and then it
phone.
says private chat.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me try to.
And what is today? Today is what, Thursday, Friday? What is
Let me.
today?
Yeah, today is Wednesday
Don't forget every Wednesday at what time?
at 2 o'clock,
Every Wednesday, two time at what?
2
2
p.m. Eastern.
Right. Every Wednesday, I ran to the store. I'm like, oh my God, hopefully I come back in time. Hopefully I come back in time. So I was trying to get, I made it a little bit late, but I made it. I made it. I made it.
You
Don't,
weren't late because I was late.
oh, whew, whew. But I was like, I like this time. I made myself an honorary,
Yeah, you are
honorary co-host
honorary
for Wednesdays.
co-host.
So don't forget, guys, every Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern time, make sure you're in here. Invite somebody.
Yeah, and every week I'm finding a new person to connect with.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been
I think she
amazing.
done touched herself out of it.
Yeah, she kicked herself out of it. It's all good. Maybe she'll put her email in the chat.
Yeah.
So how
But
you doing, Miss Sugar Love?
I am doing fine. You've been working, girl. I'll be happy. I gotta send you a check. I have to cut you a check. What is everybody doing up last night? Because I had a meeting, and people so stupid. They just get on my nerves. Because I did a
Oh,
short.
who are you telling? Because I was
Uh,
like, y'all so dumb.
No, I'm talking about on my short. I did a short now because the plates was $1,000 and up, right?
Yeah.
Now, common sense is a fundraiser. And here
Hmm.
go dumb people. Ain't no $1,000 a plate. That's a fundraiser. I said, well, it's still $1,000 a plate. Shoot, but it was. So I
Yeah.
took my picture with the mayor and all these different people. So it was nice. But the purpose of me writing it because I wanted to say that's why I said my mama said always eat before you leave the house. It wasn't about the $1,000 plate. It was
Hmm.
about all you get is cheese and crack.
Well, my mom always said, especially if you were going to a wedding, my mom said always said to eat before you
My
go to
mama said
something because you
anyway.
don't know if you're
Mm,
gonna like their food.
as my mama said, anytime you go somewhere, you eat
Anytime.
anywhere you go, always eat before you go, so your stomach could be full. Because
Hmm.
number one, you ain't gonna know if you're gonna like it. Number two, you
Yep.
don't know how they're gonna treat you. Food might be gone. It just, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Well, and it may be too expensive.
That part too. So
Hmm.
I made sure I ate before I left. I wanted to show you number cheese, crackers, and things.
Oh, I wish you would have recorded it.
I did. It's on a short. I just put it up there. It's on my short.
Okay. Hold on one second. I'm
And
just
then they
telling
had
her
some
it
stuff.
just.
I thought it was Brussels sprout, but I guess it wasn't. Then one thing I thought it was artichoke, and I guess it wasn't. I wasn't touching it, right? And there's another video. I'm like, I'm not touching that. Nope, 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 nope. It's two videos. I'm gonna put the other one up there.
Well, my favorite, I like the one that the short you just put out, and you were saying this is Biggie's area.
Oh, cause I used to be there, and even though I'm still there, but I'm on the tail end, right? So I don't go on that other side. So everything changed so much. I had to, what I'm like, where am I? I'm like, well, shit, the regentrification is something else. Now we're in a fight for our life because they're trying to put casinos out here. We don't want it,
I know.
and we don't want it. How you
I
gonna?
know that's right. I
We
wouldn't want
don't
it
have
either.
a center for nothing, a free center for nothing where these kids can go. Then you promise, oh, it's going to bring jobs for who? Because
That doesn't help out older people.
no, because they want the older people money. And then
Yeah.
the bad part is what they usually do is they say jobs for the community. But in all reality, they hire the community people first. Then they find the slightest thing to fire them so they can bring in their own people. We've
Yep.
seen it done all the time.
Yep. And first it's going just how you want it to go. And then they bring in people and then they slash programs and other things.
We don't even have program. And then on top of that, of course, we're on the beach. So you know what that's going to bring. Hookers, people
Yep.
on now gonna be more people sleeping. We just cleaned that made sure that beach was cleared up.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna bring all of that back. They're gonna just gonna be back to strolling and everything because they know that's where the people with money is at.
Yeah. It's very sad what's going on in the community.
And we don't have a community center,
You
especially
don't?
no. And so all we have is people like me and different other people that take it upon themselves and run programs.
Oh, I see.
So I have my you because the only thing we have out here would be the Y. And remember, you had to pay to go to the Y.
Yeah.
And then they promised people in the area free to get in for free, and then they reneged on that. Then they found certain days where the kids could get in for free, and they do everything to get into your community. But we don't have a community center. They don't support like a lot of the grassroots people. They
Mhm.
don't support. So you should have seen me up at that thing yesterday. I tell you, I don't go to smile and say hello. I go to say, "Yo, what's up with the money? Like, when you wanna
When you gonna do this and that?
yeah, so they see me and look the other way real quick, and I
They're
know
like,
what
oh boy, here we go.
exactly. And I'm like, hello, and how are you? And she's like, how you doing?
How you doing?
Even the mayor said to me yesterday. The mayor said, he said, he said, yeah, that's I was coming to you. I was like, you
Yep.
don't make it get this picture. Right? He was acting like he was going to dip me, but you ain't never going to dip me, honey. You skate, I skate just as fast as you. I'm right with you, and
Hmm.
I'm going to make sure I stop you. Hey, how you doing? Hey.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Well, we had to fight in our area because what do they call that?
Yeah,
Gentrification.
but just vacation.
And we had that in our area because I'm in Florida, so they trying to make everything condos.
Yeah, then they doing that everywhere because people don't understand. If you are black people, they're trying to move us back down south because we
Mhm.
were supposed to be down south anyway.
Yep, they trying to move us back, but guess what? When I we found out all these things, they found out that they can't get people to go into it because they make them and they overprice it so nobody can move into it, so they're empty.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
what is the point of and they push out people who are in like these HUD
Yeah, but the
programs.
thing to that is they own the land. So even if nobody is in there, the same way the what's that church of Scientology?
Yeah.
They build a lot of churches that people don't go to because they get it for like a little bit of nothing.
Yeah, for a
But they
little
want
bit of
but
money.
they want it so they can own the land.
Oh,
Mm.
I see.
So now they can turn around and do whatever they want to do with it.
Yep. Because
So,
they have the monopoly and
right.
that's
So
what
they
they're
want to
doing.
price it, they want to get it now at this price.
Hmm.
And then if nobody is up in there, they get money for that too.
Yep.
They get money if people live there and they get
They'll
money
write
if
it
people
off.
don't. Exactly. These are
Mhm.
business people.
Yep. And
See,
I found that too, what they're trying to do, because I own my home, what they're trying to do is they're trying to lowball you
mm.
and get you to accept this lowball offer for your
Mhm,
home
mhm,
so
mhm.
that they can go and upgrade the
Yeah,
house and then price it so that we could never be able to go into this community again.
right. They're trying to get us back down south or into Texas because everybody's going to Texas now. For some reason, everybody's going to Texas. but they're trying to get you back in the southern states where the laws are harder,
Yeah.
right? Because certain things, like especially beach areas, they want them areas back. They ain't had
Yep.
no, they ain't had no business, especially where I'm at. They ain't had no business giving it to us from the get go.
Hmm.
They had they,
Well,
and like in Miami is also beach area. They ain't had no, you ain't had no business there in the get go. So they want to make that's prime real estate.
yep. And they've been offering me for my home for 3 years now. And at first they started this small little offer, but I'm not stupid. Once they upgrade homes in your area, what do you think happens to your price of your home?
Exactly.
And then they offer you this little bit of money, and then what they paid for it, now they can go in and sell your home and make probably 500, 600,000.
Even where I'm at, right? And then even where the projects is at, they sold housing. So they're not even projects anymore.
Yep.
So people say, "Oh, living in the PJs, baby." Some people for them little small apartments that people used to pay cheap for, it's like some people paying $1,000, $2,000.
Yep. In
It's
in the hood.
it's full market value now.
Yep.
So for them little things that they call, so it's full market value. And
Yep.
then they want, why? Because they want you to get up out of here. Because New York, it was never supposed to be for us anyway. That was
Well,
always
what they try to do in my area is they want us out so that they can get all of us into having to pay for apartments.
right, exactly. Because you
They
apply.
don't want us to be homeowners.
Mm-hmm. Same thing
So,
here. And then with them wanting to build the casinos and all of these new, we got glass condos now. Like what the hell?
hmm,
Made out of glass, but now the property taxes go up. This goes up, that goes up. I'm like,
yep,
they really working on us. These
yep.
rich
They
people,
trying to price you out so that you have to sell.
yeah, and I'm like, these rich people want everything.
Yep.
They
And
want
that's why you gotta
everything.
you gotta make a plan so that you can do what you want to do.
Yeah, but we're gonna probably have to probably speak upon that one day too, because our people don't know no better.
Yeah,
They,
and
they
what
talk
I
about
see,
it,
and what
but
I
they don't.
seen, the sad part is I seen a neighbor, and she was young, had the house free and clear. I think it was her grandmother left her the house, and I believe her grandmother bought the house for maybe 40, $50,000. And somebody asked to buy her home, and of course, because she didn't buy it, she thought it was a good deal to get $100,000 for the house. As
Hmm.
soon as the house, they paid her 100,000. Guess how much the house is worth right now? three hundred and
450.
forty-five thousand dollars,
Wow, wow,
and that's what
wow.
they keep doing. They keep offering a lowball offer, then people move out, and cost of living goes up because they renovate the homes. So the homes keep getting higher and higher prices. So there's no way that we could ever be able to afford to buy it.
Exact. They're trying to bring that middle class back.
Yep.
They're trying to bring that middle class back because they're trying to bring the classes back because they want us back. Like you said, your mother was it what you said? Your mother said, "No, we're not living there. We want to live over here."
Yep. That's what my mom
Right.
said years
So
ago.
right. So for people like your mother that fought for it, they're trying to say, "Oh no, joke, we're gonna be on your kids, because we're gonna bring you back there. So now you gotta have the same fight your mother had."
Yep.
So a good thing your mother was like that and she instilled that in you.
Yep, and
So
I keep
that
telling my all of my nieces and my nephews, I know y'all are young and you say you don't want a home, but you should get a home while you can afford it, because one day when you get older and you're going to
mm-hmm,
want to be in a home, not an apartment, you're not going to be able to afford it.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I keep telling them that, but they don't listen. They say, "Oh, I love the apartment life." And I can't lie to y'all. Having a home does have responsibilities, but it's, to me personally, I'd rather be paying for some place that I know at the end of the year ain't nobody gonna tell me get out.
Or your rent's gone.
Yeah, my rent's going up.
I
Mm,
mean, even though you're your own landlord, that's well,
mhm.
I'd rather be my own landlord than have to
Yeah,
deal with you. I mean, that's the only thing I would say. That's like, at least I know anything that break, you have to fix. You got to buy the pieces and everything.
yeah.
But you know, but things is gonna happen. But you know, and push come to
That's how
shove,
it is.
and the push come to shove, when you if you ever do feel you want an apartment, then you just put your own setting price and sell your house. Not you give me a price and then you
Yeah,
sell it for what you know. This is the price I want.
yeah,
See, that's the only difference.
yeah. And that's what my mom. The funny part, I don't think I've ever told you this story, but it was the home that I'm in now. This was my mom's neighbor, and her and the neighbor were really close, like best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And when she passed away, she said she wanted the house to go to my mother because she said her kids were no good.
Oh,
So that's how I got this home, because my mom said, "Well, if I get your house," because she wanted to know the plan, like what you're going to do with the house. And she says, "I'm going to have it, but we're both older. When I'm gone, I will give it to my daughter."
you know, I tell people that a lot too. These no good kids. Y'all, y'all not guarantee anything because you know. I've known a lot of people. You know, I had one lady, she passed away, and then her adopted daughter wanted her apartments, was trying to. I said, you know, I said, you can't not speak to somebody and don't help somebody, and the minute they pass away, now
You
you're doing.
want it? They want
I
everything.
said, you think us people are stupid? She didn't put you on the lease for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So you can't fight it. You know, people think us parents, before we lose our screws, we have screws, and we
Yeah.
know. You know, some
And I have that I had that same struggle with my siblings, because they were like, "Why did you get the house and you're the youngest one?" And I was like, "Take that up from with mama. Don't ask me.
mm-hmm,
She put my name on it." And they think, "Oh, you really did some work to get her to give you that house." I said, "I didn't do nothing. I didn't even, I was as surprised as them when they read it and say, I got it." I was surprised. I was like, "What? For real?"
yeah, but number one, you know, you're the baby. Number two, they should already have had their own houses.
Well, I think that's what my mom probably said she's the youngest. So, mhm.
And y'all should already have a house. Like I instilled in you. You should already. Why would you want to? You should have your own already. You know.
Well, I'm telling you, it makes a lot of problems. I'm not trying to make this a controversial topic, but that's a thing that you need to tell your children what you're doing, because it, some of my siblings till this day don't talk to me because I have this house.
Baby, sometimes mama like to get the last laugh.
I was like, that's what I
And
said.
some of
And
them forget. No, some of them forget. You know, sometimes when you're in your right state of mind and you're figuring like who's there, who's treating me right, and then some people don't update it because they, for whatever reason, they either dementia slips in, and you thinking that everybody's getting something, but they totally forgot to update it.
mhm.
Sometimes it's not because they want to be malicious, it's that they got old and
No, I personally think my mom was a little petty.
oh, you got the ones too that will get have the
Yeah,
last.
my mom was like, she put it in there, make sure one of my siblings got nothing.
Baby, you got one lady. What's that rich left everything to a damn cat? Now come on.
Yeah,
What was that lady who left everything to her cat?
yep.
So you parents don't the doc better stop doing your parents dirty now.
Well,
Cause baby,
I
they
already
gonna get the
said
last
that.
one.
I said you can't expect to just drop in one time for the year
Mm-hmm.
and think everything is all good. But what happened to the rest of the year? You ain't called mama, but then you get mad. when I have things. Like, come on. I said the phone rings both ways.
Yeah, and then a lot of people too, they want to use the excuse that, I have a life, I want to go on my life. So then do it and keep the same energy. Do
Yep.
it, and nobody's not mad at you, but you can't get mad at the person for not want to relinquish anything to you. Didn't you say you wanted your life, and you got your
Yeah.
life and your kids, and you got you your own? Okay, fine. So we respect your wishes.
Yep.
So now I respect mine.
Yeah, and I respect theirs. I used to tell my mom stuff because me and my parents, we had uh a controversial relationship. Like it wasn't the best, but I used to still go by and tell, but y'all get on my nerves, but I still love you.
But don't haven't we all? If a parent don't get on your nerve, they are not a parent.
I know.
They
Well,
are
I'm
not
just
a
saying.
parent.
I said, even though they were the way they were, and I may not agreed on what they used to do,
Hmm.
I that's still my mom and dad.
Hmm. And
And I
that's
said,
how it's
even though you get
supposed
on my
to be.
nerves, I'm still gonna stop by.
Because at the end of the day, they probably saying the same. They said the same thing about us.
Yeah, I know my mom used to say, you get on my nerves, but you're still my
Exactly.
daughter.
Exactly. So who of us? People forget their teenage years, and people forget
All the
when.
times where you drove them crazy.
Yeah, we forgot when we used to lie and then we did your homework. No, even though we never did our homework. How was school? Fine. Any trouble? No. People we forget when all the things we put our parents through. So we gotta accept the things they put us through too. That's the problem in life. People don't want to accept and let go.
Yeah,
Accept it,
I
let it
feel
go.
I feel like that's the biggest thing is that people usually only want to talk about what parents do when they get older. Like one thing, and it is something that gets me very heated. I cannot stand when people say, "Oh, my mom always wants me to come by, and my mom or my dad always wants this." But what about all the years where you were an inconvenience as a child?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
they think I have my own life and I want to do my own thing. To me, I always say when your parents could have not been good to you, were they good to you? People forget, like, do you think you raised yourself? That's what I tell my siblings all the time.
People
You did
don't.
not raise
Let me
you
tell you
did not
something.
raise yourself.
I know a lot of. That's why I see a lot of kids, right? Like it was this girl, and my daughter was saying how she was like always getting in it with the mother or the grandmother. So as she's talking about the mother or the grandmother, I said, you know what? Your kids are so smart, yet so stupid. I said that lady sounds like she has onset dementia. That's why she's talking out of out of um out of her mouth. See, these kids don't like they're not taught to read the signals.
Yeah.
Like when we were younger, they used to say, well,
Mhm.
grandma kind of see now, they always like prepared you
Yeah, well,
before,
we didn't know words like dementia and Alzheimer's.
right?
We
But we
just
had
said,
see now. So
yeah.
that kind of covers dementia in order just saying the word see now. So that means they're old and they're losing it. So they're gonna be so they kind of prepared. Well, Uncle such and such. So, but we knew, and then a lot of us were so close with them that we knew when something changed.
Yeah.
See, they're not close. They too busy either.
Yeah, they're
They,
too busy in their own world,
right.
thinking about, now I'm not making fun of younger people or anything like that, but all they think about is their social media and their phones and having fun with their friends. I do think that's important when you're young to have your fun, but what about the people who have invested in you to make you who you are today?
Yes, yes. And then they didn't notice the change. So, and the girl was like, my daughter was like, yeah, because that's the same thing my mother, talking about my mother. That's the same thing grandma. She didn't put it together. And then when she went and told her friend that, and then I'm like, take her to the doctor and get her head scan. Come to find out the lady did have dementia and she's losing
Uh,
it. And people doesn't understand. Now a lot of times they trying to fight for the little independence and memory that they have left. So yes, they're gonna come out their mouth. Yes, they hear things and all this
Mhm.
different stuff. But that should the same way when you Google stuff and you learn more about it. Then how about learning more about dementia or learning more? So they got six to nine a 600 to a 1,500 computer in their pocket every day. That's their phone. They
But,
got a
but
one.
ask them when they've ever done some research to find out what's going on with their family member. Never.
No, no. And it's a shame that everything is like so separate now. And it's like that one person is stuck to do everything. And then they're mad that that one person like really
That they get everything. Like, I'm not discounting what my siblings did for my parents when they could do it, but me being the youngest person, I got the older parents,
mm-hmm,
you know, and all the problems, and they feel, oh, I had my time with mom. I said, no, you had the young mom and dad. I get the older mom and dad. You didn't have to deal with now mom and dad can't hear, or they can't see
mm-hmm.
something, or they got to go to the store, or I didn't get the parents that
You
could
got the
run.
fun, mama. You got a
Yeah, they got the
with
fun
the
mom. I got
fun.
the mama who said, let's just sit down here.
I know. I know that for a fact. I was able to go out with one child and one child like I'm like, sorry, son, I can't.
Yeah.
Mom can't do it. I'm like, you have to call somebody. But I'm just saying, I do get it. But they don't understand. Yeah, you got the like if you had like if you let's say you was some type of sports or team, they was they you didn't have that. No, you got all of that. And
Yeah.
a lot of kids don't understand that. And then just like a lot of kids don't understand, like I had I know a girl and her brother they was arguing, and she said something about the grandmother, because one is on the mother's side, one is on the grandmother's side, and I was talking about
Mhm.
my grandmother, and then she was like, and this what your grandmother did. Now these are siblings. This what your
Yeah.
grandmother did to my mother's. They got the same mother. But I tried to get her to understand. Listen, they are two different people. That's why he
Mhm.
loves his grandmother. Because what he got as a grandmother is not what your mother got as a mother.
Yeah.
They are two different, same person, two different people.
Yeah.
So that's why he loves her. So you chose to stay away from her.
Yeah.
So you don't know the grandmother. You just know what the mother was saying about,
Yep.
right. But he got a chance to meet the grandmother. He didn't have her as a mother.
Okay.
And they're going they was refusing to stop arguing because he was like, you're gonna stop talking about my grandmother. And she's trying to figure out why. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids, they parents they flunked as being parents. But when it got to their grandkids, now they're older, they're
Yeah.
wiser,
And
so
more patient.
and then some of the kids get mad. Well, you used to beat me, now this can get away because now
Well,
they
that's all I got. All my siblings say, "Oh, you got it good," and I said, "So did you." I said, "You got to go to the theme parks and vacations and stuff with mom. All I do on my days off is doctor's appointments."
You know what? You can win the whole argument. You got to know her longer than me. Now, bye.
Yep, and that's what I said. I said, if you want to make an excuse why you don't want to do something for your parents, there's always going to be a way for you to rationalize your parents or your grandparents you not doing something. My thing is when they needed to be a good parent to me, they were. And now that I'm older, now it's time for me to be a good daughter to them. That's
Right,
my belief system,
right,
and I know
right,
everybody is different, but I feel that's the reason why things go well with me in my life now is because when I had the opportunity, like if my mom would say, like, okay, say it's Friday. And when you're young, it's like, yeah, let's go to this party, let's do that. But I would see, like, I'd be like, but mom, what are you going to eat for dinner? What are you? And I said, I would still go and have my fun, but I had to make sure first, does
Yes,
mom and
I
dad have
did.
food?
I should go shopping.
Yeah,
People
I
like,
said, do
why
I need
you
to go to the
shopping
store?
so
Are you
much?
good?
They were like, why you get? I said, no, I shop for two houses. If I bought whatever I bought me, I bought her.
Yeah,
Then I used to have to shop for
same.
cars. Then I used to go take her stuff there. So I made she never had to buy enough. I did that, and even till today. And she's really, God is like really blessing her every single day. Cause
Wow, that's amazing.
and people don't understand. I'm a mama. I'm a mama's baby too, and just seeing her just declining. So
Yeah, it's so hard.
that's like
Ugh,
I never like how it's like you don't. There's nothing that can prepare
there's
you for
nothing
that.
that can prepare your mind for. I feel like as a child, that was the hardest thing in the whole world to see my parents getting older.
That, but
It,
I
it, it
mean,
was it was like
especially
something I couldn't even express to somebody.
ex
Like,
yes, and
I,
then
ugh,
especially when they're sick, and then they can't get no better. So every time you speak to them, you're gonna always hear worse, 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 and then they they give you anxiety because now they put you in the mindset that every time that phone ring, it's going
that
to
they're,
be
yeah, something's gonna be wrong.
no, that it's going to be,
That they're gone.
yeah, I didn't want to say that word, but yeah. So,
Yeah,
but it puts you in that mindset. But to see somebody was so strong and vibrant, now you have to take care of them. People don't understand even just making decisions. Now you know how your parents felt when you were sick or something, and they had to make decisions for you.
yeah.
Now it's flipped. You have to.
I feel like that's the cycle of life. I feel like, my parents had me when they were older. They were already in their 40s. They could have made a decision to say, I don't got to do that. You know, I'm ready to be a grandparent now. But they didn't do that to me. They allowed me to be able to live. So I said, they made that sacrifice for me. So now it's time for me to make a sacrifice for them and take care of them. But everybody doesn't have that way of thinking. I personally don't believe in I never believed in putting my parents away in a nursing home.
Uh,
I didn't believe in that's not my belief system. And for those of you who do, then some people they have to work. They have things that they can do, but I turned
no,
my
but
whole life around.
medically, I had to.
Okay.
For all the different things that's wrong with her. So
Mhm.
at least I know the medicine is there. Like if
Right.
something happened, I don't have to wait for like 911 or something. So I know she's getting like her blood pressure check. So I know these things are getting done around the clock, and she's right next to me. So
Right.
I pops in there all the time. But that thing, that broke my heart because I didn't believe in that neither. But because everything is wrong, I was like, but that was the hardest choice to make. But at least I know if her pressure is really high, right then and there, they're gonna she got something to make it go down. She don't
Yep.
have to sit in the hospital, wait to get called. There's doctors right there. So it's
Yep.
a lot of responsibility, but it's still the hardest thing ever on your heart. On your heart, it's the
It is
hardest
really
thing
hard.
ever. And then I don't like to discuss it because I don't like when people go, "Oh, that's life." Oh man, I don't want to be a
Oh,
friend.
that makes me,
When
oh, I just
people
want to
say that,
sock
I don't
them.
want to be a friend no more. I really, people don't understand. I would distance myself from you because I
Mhm.
think that's the worst. Like we don't know that's life, but we're not saying what's life. We're just saying what we're going through and how
Yeah.
we feel. Telling somebody that's life and everybody got to go. Nobody want to hear that.
Oh, that's what they told me when
Oh my goodness.
I lost both of my parents in 7 months, and that's what somebody said to me. Well, they were older anyways, didn't you?
Ooh,
I feel
ooh,
like that's one of the coldest. Like
yes.
I feel that till this day I'm still dealing with that, and I personally don't think that they said it to be mean to
I
me,
I don't care why they said it.
but
The
I
point you
feel like
said
why
it.
would
I'm
you tell
sorry.
somebody
Yes.
they were old,
Or the point that I don't like
heartless?
neither. Oh, they live their life. I'm like I'm like, y'all people, are you serious? Why you just people can't express how they feel and just listen? How about don't say nothing? Just
Yeah,
listen.
and it's like when you were in school, kindergarten, they would say if you don't have something nice to say, don't say some anything at all.
You
I
know,
was like, if you, I just don't understand how people can be so cold and heartless, like mean.
like we
Um,
supposed to like, well, you know what? You're right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's like a person just lost their parent. And that's what they said to me like a day after my dad was gone. They said, well, you knew he was sick, didn't you?
I had, yeah, and then with my mom being sick and me saying like expressing like, oh my God, I'll never want to get that phone call, and then I gotta hear this bull crap. I at that point, we're no longer friends. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel. I would say hello and goodbye, but I think that it, I have heard when people said that to me, and my response was, well, how you feeling? She love you. She always love you. I try to keep it in,
Yeah, you
right,
I try to elevate people's mind like
right.
even if somebody is thinking and I know I have gone through that point where I'm thinking crazy things like after both of my parents were gone, I started talking some crazy talk like maybe I shouldn't be here anymore and stuff and I don't have a life without them and stuff. That's when
Girl,
you that's when you need people
girl.
but we need you here and stuff. And people said, well, if you want to go, then
That's my feeling. Like now, I'm like, I really, there's no me without her. Because
that's how I went
and
through that for about a year.
remember, we are
Mhm.
the no, but my mother's here. But watching her disintegrate right in front of my face,
Mhm.
and she was always a big lady. Now she's like a
Yeah, you watch them
right. So then
shrink down.
and then they don't know you no more because now it's the Alzheimer's, and then that's not including all the rest of the stuff, and then you know the teeth is gone, so their mouth is set a certain way. It's like
Yeah.
I never like that's the person you never thought you would see them like that, and now you have to be there. You have to
Yeah.
watch it because you're the one that
You're the person. I always have said that most of the time in every family, there's always one person who is chosen.
girl, girl,
And in my
girl.
family, I believe I was chosen. Like, even if I didn't want to,
Mm-hmm.
my dad requested me and my mom requested me. So both of them requested me. So it's not like if my brothers would show up for my mom, she was happy to see them, but
Mm-hmm.
she's like, but where's Marlene?
Yeah, yeah,
And
and
then they would
then
get upset about that. And then they would leave. And I was like, no, don't leave. She's not pushing you away. It's just
she,
sometimes
you're
it's the
all
way you
that she's.
treat them.
No, it's not that. It's what it is that what I come to realize is that even like my mother face doesn't lie. I don't care about dementia, Alzheimer's, or nothing. Something
Mhm,
in there still understands something. You understand what I'm
mhm.
saying? So what it is being that she sees me all the time. She may not remember, but I have certain things that I do with her, like certain way I kiss her neck or a
Yeah,
certain way. So it's certain. So they're just used to
they
our
long for
faces.
that.
Right. So they going for what's familiar. So when
Mhm.
you come in, they know that you're there. But
Yeah,
once they're still kind of scared. So you're
yeah,
the person that they're familiar with.
yeah,
So that's why, like even when people used to come see my mom, I don't care how tired I was, I knew I had to be there. And these are her siblings or grandkids or whatever. I knew I
right.
still had to be there because I still had to kiss her on the neck and touch her a
Yep.
certain
And
way.
I used to tell my siblings that and even their grandkids and other family members, the reason why they request me is like I understand that some people are afraid because it is terrifying the experience seeing your parents or grandparents or loved ones get older. But don't treat them like they're a weirdo, like they'll come and they'll be like all the way at the door, like, hi mom, Like,
I
I don't
have
know, and just
people.
look at them. And I was like, go and hug them. I was like, that's your mother.
I
And
have
it's
had
like, I don't know if she wants me to hug me, or she'll say,
girl.
like, sometimes she'll say, like, get away from me or something. I used to tell my mom, I said, I don't care how much you fight against it. I said, come get your love.
I say the same thing. Give me this kiss. Give me this kiss. Give me this kiss. Then I start kissing her on her neck. I have had people tell me, "Oh, when they seen her, I'm sorry. I just can't look at her like that. I can't go. I can't. I'm so okay. I get it. I get it. Okay,
Yeah.
fine."
I
After,
understand, but it's really difficult for some people. They can't do it. I think you have to be a certain type of person, an individual, and you do, because before I would go, I would have a conversation with myself before I would go see my mom or my dad.
girl, I
And I
know
and
that
I would have to talk
feeling.
to myself, and I would say, "Marlene, don't get upset when they say this or that, when they start talking crazy or they
Mhm.
do this." And I said, "That's not the real mom or
Mhm.
dad."
Mhm.
So I would have to prepare myself mentally
Like
for
somebody said,
whatever would happen.
that's
And
the
then when I would go
hardest
in the room,
thing.
and I was like, no matter what they say, and my mom would be like, get out of here. And I'd be like, girl, I ain't going nowhere. So you just better hush.
But the thing with me is not going. But now, being that she's declining more, is the going part. The part is every time I leave, a piece of me stays with her.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I leave, a part of me stays there. So
Yeah.
I'm broken each and every time. So my thing is this: even though a lot of people can't be there, so then that means you should be my support.
Yeah.
And you
That's how
don't
I
get
feel. But and
and you
it's
don't
not that
get it
way.
right. You don't get like at least call me. How you doing? How's your mom's doing? Is everything all right? Anything I can like, especially if we're family. Why I have to call you is something I should have. No, okay. If I'm doing the job, you can call me. I need a
Yeah, that's
support
what I'm saying.
system.
And they'll call, but they would call, like, okay, if she's getting a doctor's visit, they would call the doctor, or they call somebody else, or physical therapy. Why are you asking how mom is doing and I'm here with her?
Girl,
To
girl,
me, that would, like,
girl, girl,
infuriate me. Like, why are you asking other
girl,
people about how mom or dad is and
girl.
I'm here with them every
Mm,
day?
you ain't lie. You ain't
Oh,
never lie. You ain't never lie. You ain't never lie. You ain't never lie. You ain't never lie.
I was
Mm-mm-mm.
like, I understand. I know it's not everybody's assignment to be hands on and be
Mhm.
like, I'm
Mhm.
going to do this for mom or dad or grandma or whoever, whatever older person or special needs person. I know everybody can't handle that assignment, but what does it take for you to say, how how are you doing?
Th-
Because being a
You know.
caregiver is
Thank you.
very
And
draining.
you're doing everybody's job
I
because
was
it
like,
should be a
I would come in,
rotation
I would
thing.
come in and I would come in sometimes and have to take care of my mom or dad. And sometimes I feel like, oh, like if she's acting up, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna have to give you the male energy. And I'd be like, get up there and get in that bed.
That's like what my mom like when she
You
first
have to
got
give them
when
different people.
she first got sick and she had what happened was and it's crazy because it's overnight. It's like because she's like I feel like when I say girl.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it like hers happened from she had strokes in her head. So one
Oh,
minute
wow.
so it went from talking and walking, and then the stroke stopped her from walking, and then just like that changed. I
Hmm.
mean, so that freaks you out too, because it
Yeah.
wasn't like she got old and no, it started from just a stroke, bam.
Yeah.
Now memory's gone. She can't do this because it stopped a lot. She had like 4 or 5 strokes
Wow.
in her head, in the head. So it was, and then next, this was wrong, that was wrong. I remember even when she had an operation, I was there by myself, 6.5 hours. I didn't sit down, no part of that, because they told me if she doesn't get this operation, there's 100% chance she's not going to make it. And then they said if she does get it, it's a 99% chance she's not going to make it. Do you know my mother was that 1%? She made it. Do you know by the
Wow.
time by the time we put her back up and we was taking her back upstairs to put her because the night before I was so like stressed out and then God just said, I forgot, but he said, don't worry, she's going to be just fine. So once I got the confirmation from God, I didn't worry about it no more. But I paced the hallway. I paced the hallway. I didn't sit down for 6.5 hours.
Well, I know
It was
about that.
it was supposed to be like an hour to 2 hour operation. It turned into 6.5 hours. And baby,
Wow.
and then we got back upstairs to the what you call that unit?
I think
ICU.
that's yeah,
ICU.
ICU
Right. And
waiting.
then they already had the bed ready for somebody else. They didn't expect for her to come upstairs. So they
Yeah, they weren't preparing for her to make it.
so then they kept calling her miracle. They called her miracle. So then the
Yeah.
doctor says to me, well, we got the breathing tube in her because she's not going to be able to breathe on her own. I said, I know my mama. You're going to call me back in a couple of hours. That breathing tube is coming out. They said, no, it's going to be for about 2 weeks so she learn to breathe on her own. I said, doctor.
You said, I know my mother.
I said, that breathing tube will be out tonight by the time I get home. He said, he looked at me like I was crazy. By the time I got home, man, the breathing tube is out. She's breathing on her own. I said,
I know.
she ain't keeping nothing. She doesn't like to be tied up or so.
Yeah.
As long as she filled that breathing tube, that's going to make her breathe to pull it out.
Yep.
And sure enough, that breathing tube was out. But
Oh, my mom was even worse than your mom. My mom, after she had her surgery, she woke up, she took out her IVs and everything because she said she was going home.
yeah, because your mother. Yeah,
And I said, I told y'all you better restrain her. And they said, oh, we're not gonna. They said she's just a little thing. I was like, when my mom woke up and they saw all the, I said, did I not tell y'all to restrain her? Yeah, my mom done took out all her IVs and sat up in the bed. And I just went down the hallway. My mom then took out her IVs, breathed into and talk about get me my dress. I said, for what, ma'am? Talk about we going home.
See, some of them they think we don't know. We know, we know. Mm-hmm. And then
And I was like, Mama, you gotta stay here for a few. She said, no, ma'am. She said they don't have no country cooking. She said,
Lord,
no, ma'am. She said, I'm going home. I need me a hot meal and my bath.
Mm-mm-mm. God bless. God
Yes.
bless. And but like now it's like towards the wire now. So
Yeah.
and I'm like, ooh. And
Yeah.
I've been
She
comforting
been
so
strong.
many people. I've been comforting so many people, and I'm like, for me, I don't want to be bothering nobody. I
Yeah.
really don't. I'm not. I don't. My phone will be cut off. There will be nobody calling me.
Oh yeah. I went through that where I cut everybody off, and I kind of feel bad because I
I
know they
don't
were
because I
just
told
trying to comfort me and everything.
no, I don't
But
feel.
when my
I'm
mom
not
when
going
my
to.
mom and dad passed away, I had to take a few days for me mentally to process it.
Baby, I know.
I think the first 2 days,
It's
all I
either
did was cry. I was in
it's
the
either
fetal position, wrapped up in the bed crying for
it's
two
either
days.
that or you get my venom, and I don't think you want this venom.
Yeah, I didn't have the venom. The venom started when
No,
everybody came down for the funeral. That's when they was going to get. I said, oh, now everybody's coming around and saying, oh, how come the flowers are pink and why did you do this? And did they pay one nickel for
baby,
flowers
I
or
said I said it would not. I always because being that my mom's the oldest, I like to correct what I say because I can't keep saying her because I might go first. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because she's the eldest and there's only two left, and she lost all her youngest sisters and brothers who thought that she was going to go, but so if she go first, there will not be a funeral. Now
yeah.
my
I
sister,
like what Terrence said.
my
Sometimes the comforting is overwhelming, but because you have to keep
that
explaining
too.
things.
That's not. I'm
And
not
I
explaining.
couldn't take that because
No, I'm not. I'm not
I'll
going
tell
to.
you how traumatic it was when I lost my mom. I went to a Thursday. I went to work that morning, and I know the morning before, which was a Wednesday, my mom was telling me, "Oh, I got a doctor's appointment." And I was like, "Oh, mom, stop being afraid about a doctor. She said you'll be fine." And she went to the doctor with my brother, and she coded
Mm,
at the doctor with my brother. So then they went to the hospital, and then from there she wasn't going to make it.
I'm responsive. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to say to myself, like, I hate that my last words with my mom is like, stop complaining. And I think I beat up myself for that being the last thing that I said to my mother.
If,
I wish I would have told her, "Oh, mom, I love you," or something. I was like, "Woman, stop complaining."
yeah, but
But
if that's your natural, then that was a natural thing for you to say.
yeah,
See,
I
if it's
guess it
not
was a natural thing to say. But I
right,
wish I
so
had the last thing I had said is, "Oh, it's going to be okay, mom. I love you."
yeah, but
I wish
then
I had told her I loved her
she would
instead
have
of,
known you was lying. See, sometimes
yeah,
when you
she would have said, "Are
right,
you sick
so
or
if
something?"
you say things in your natural response, they take it as that's love.
Yeah,
Now, if you would have said that any other way, then it wouldn't have
yeah,
went right. So you said it the way you were natural, lady. You don't understand what I'm saying? So
yeah.
that's
And she knew that already.
right because
So,
she already
anyways,
know you love her. You're there every day, so
mhm.
you didn't have. There's no doubt about that.
Well, and I also was blessed when my mom died. She didn't die right away. I
Say
still
transcend. I don't like to say the word. Say
she
transcended.
we all got to go in and hold her hand and talk to her before they decided to let her go. So I was glad that the doctor did that instead of just letting her go. So I was grateful for that because there's nothing like the peace of having to say your final words to somebody, in person. So I was grateful to have that. And I feel sorry for my brother, my two sisters who don't live here, that by the time they got here, she was already gone. So they didn't get the closure. And I always think about that all the time for everybody, those who don't have closure. I feel like I've told my sisters, you need to have a day where you do closure for yourself, not with us. Because I had to have closure on my own,
See, one
even
thing.
after everybody left, I stayed with her and I talked with her until they took her away.
See, the closure is not within the last words. Your closure with people, it's hard for people to get closure. Like with me, that's why I make sure I greet people. I make sure I try to bring joy to their life because you don't know when somebody's number is up. So I do everything that I can. So when my grandmother transcended, my hands are clean. I was a good
Yeah.
granddaughter. When my aunt transcended, my hands are
Yeah.
clean. I was a good niece. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So when
I
you
think
think
that's
about
what
the
I think that's
totality,
what helps you to cope with losing somebody that you love, is when you know that you did all that you could do.
right. See,
That's the
that's
only way you have
so
peace.
if you're not at peace, that means that it's not the last. Nobody like picture me knowing that I gave birth to you and all you come to do is say goodbye and I love you. In my mind, if I'm still living, like where was you? Like you know what I'm saying? People don't know. People can still think when they're in their last stages. They still can
Yep.
think and they can hear you. And at
Yep.
that point, they don't. I know for me, I don't want to hear this crap. People don't. People
Yeah.
think they
Well,
want to hear it.
my mom said when it was something, she was at some hospital or something, she had a surgery or something, and I went in there, and your parents, even though she wasn't all there, she knew me, and she
Mm,
was like, "Why you came up here and you're all sleepy?"
mm. That's
She
like
said,
I did. Like my son went to go see my mother, right?
"Yeah,
And then everybody's always kind of scared when they see her because she went that when she was always a big woman. Now she's like bone. So it's like
yeah,
so he was, and then she went like that. But and then I had to realize because when I talked to her, and I realized she been having like a little attitude or something. And my
mhm,
daughter said, "Talk to her regular. She don't like when you talk to her like that." And I'm like, for the first time, this little chick is right. So as I'm talking to her regular, now her face changed. So then when my
Yep.
son turned around and give her a hug, I said that's what she wanted, a hug. So she
Yep.
like,
My mom said that too, because when I come in and because I work in healthcare,
mhm.
when I would go in and my mom used to say, "Don't give me no nurse, Marlene. I want my daughter,
Right,
Marlene."
exactly, exactly.
Because I would come in looking at her blood pressure and she would be so mad.
I
Tell me,
do the
don't look
same.
at my blood pressure. I don't need you to look at my stuff. Mind your business.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. And I was like, I said, so I call her, listen, lady. I said, because that's regular. Then when I started talking to her like that, instead of saying, hey, mom, love you, mom. Hi. It's just she like, you forgot I'm intelligent, right? I may not can say it, but so when I talked to her, I was like, I said, my daughter's, she's always under my mother. So I'm like,
Yep.
yeah, she's right. So I talk to her regular now, even though she's not responding. She may
Yep.
not know me. But people say it's not about the people knowing you.
Yep.
It's the fact that you
You
know
got to
them.
give them your real
The fact
authentic
that
self.
right, you know them.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if they don't know you, but you know
And
them.
I used to go in and I used to do the same thing because I know my mom was acting up in the facility. I said, what you been doing to these people in here? And she would just laugh. I said, I know you've been doing stuff. What have you done?
See, and you got to keep it like that, and you
And
have
then
to keep it
and
like
then
that.
she would smile because she knows. I said, I know. I said, what have you done? And she said, well, if they didn't do nothing, they wouldn't get nothing.
Hmm. And
And
then
I said, that's my
And,
mama.
and then my mother, I come in there and she act like she's sleeping or something, right? And she been in a real good sleep. And then oh, you don't know I'm here? I said, I know how to wake her up because she don't like to be touched or nothing. Baby, touch that sheet. Them eyes go boop. I said, I thought so. I thought them eyes were open,
Yep.
JD. Open it, and them eyes open. She'll grab it. And when she she grip you, right? When
Yep.
she grip you, she grip you. And I'm like, as I said, lady, get out here. So you
Yep.
know,
And I'm always gonna be my mama's baby. So
yeah,
when I would get to the wherever my mom was in nursing home, hospital, anywhere she was, I get right into bed with her. And she
you
would be
know,
like, excuse you.
that's what I do.
And I said, you, my mama. I said, I'm getting in this bed because I'm gonna
That's
get
right.
my hugs and my love. And she
That's
said,
right.
get out of my bed.
And I stayed there. I stayed
I
there.
said, I'm not going nowhere.
And then I go call them when I don't make it, and then she's in the bed. I like, she's in the what? No, no, no. We just put her here. I said, I don't. Every day I want her out that bed. Every single
Yeah, I
day.
didn't I didn't play that either when my mom was getting home health care and they would just say, "Oh, she wanted to sleep." And no, you didn't want to get her up.
Thank you. I want her out this bed. I want her to see people because she's a social butterfly. Yeah, she can't communicate, but she still can see. And then I
Oh,
get
my mom
there.
could still commit. My mom could tell everybody off and she knew everybody's business.
No, but my mother's past that stage now.
Oh,
Remember,
yeah, my mom was still,
yeah,
she
she's
knew
past that
everybody
stage.
business. Talk about how's your kids and did this person get married? I said, Mom, how do you know everybody business? Goodness
And
gracious, but you
then
can't remember what you had for breakfast, but you know who graduated. Mm-mm-mm.
see,
And
see,
my mom used to say, tend to your business. Don't worry about mine.
see, that's why um some people when their parents is like that and people like, oh your mom, some kids that's all they got of their parents, like they smart mouth or something like that.
Hmm.
I'm like the real nice ones. I'm like, nah, I like to tell stories and the
Hmm.
jokes and stuff like that.
And I feel it's important to when you get to be your parents get to be older and stuff, you have to take on the role. Now I need to mother them, even though they're
Hmm.
my mother.
Exactly. You're not a guardian.
You're now the guardian. So when they would do
Hmm.
something, I was like, listen, lady. And she knew when I was in my role as being her guardian, I'd be like, listen, Gloria. And she would be like, excuse me. I said, that's right. Right now,
I
you're
say,
Gloria. You're not my
I say
mother.
JD, I like, listen, JD,
Yeah.
for the lady, and then and she still do what she want to do. I'm like, how
Mhm.
this lady I know, but I think that what happened is in the being that she's declining more and more and more. It seemed like she's got like a little scared. So I think she likes when I come because she not turn it up. Why this TV ain't on? Did not why I did not leave this radio. All you gotta do is press things so she can hear the damn music. I turn every time I go, I turn it up to the point they see me. They walk down the hall because they know I bring the fire, baby.
Yeah, because they know you're gonna bring the fire.
I turn it up. And she know she loves that. She loves when I turn it up. Boy, I know
Yeah. Oh, because they don't like different cultures and stuff. And I was like, how come my mom didn't get her food and stuff? Talk about it finished. And I was like, it didn't finish. One of y'all ate it. And my mom busts out laughing and talk about that's true. That's true. I think one of them girls ate it last night.
But we do need, for some people, and I really was thinking about doing that in real life, is just getting a system together for like caregivers for people who's going through this, so we don't have to hear that's life and all that other. I think that's
You know what? I think
that's
that's
the most
important.
sensitive thing that people can do for people who either lost or losing.
Yep.
Like,
If you've lost or you're losing somebody you love.
right, and especially if you are the caregiver, because
Mhm.
that's another thing in itself.
Yep. Mine was a double-edged sword because I was the caregiver for my parents, but also working in healthcare. I felt like I was losing my mind because I
Mm.
felt like I was always at work.
Not to remind you, I understand because my mother is a retired nurse.
Okay.
So we was back in them days. She was able to sneak us in the hospital with her, and then I
Oh,
did,
wow.
and then not to mind you, that's why I couldn't. Oh, blessings the word. So I couldn't do the hospital no more, but it was still in me. So I did EMS, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've always worked with them type of patients. I just thank God all the years I did it. Just thank God. They tried to transcend on me, but I'm like, not in this ambulance. No, you would not. You're gonna do that at the hospital. You would
Right.
not do that on my time. Pump, 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 pump. I'm like, no, you would not.
Right.
So thank goodness. I don't know how. I don't know how. Wow, but some had bullet to the head, and I'm holding that head, baby. I'm like, oh, keep this head together.
Yeah, not with me.
Not with me. I'm like, don't
I
think.
used to tell them that too in the hospital when they would come in and I would see how they look and I was like, uh, um, don't you say you got to see your daughter in the morning?
I
You can go
I
when
be
I
thinking
clock
of
out.
stuff too. I be think so. I know the feeling. So, but all of that is different when it's your parents.
Yeah, I
So now that puts you
it's
in
a
the same
completely
spot,
different bag when
right?
even when you take care of people in healthcare, it's nothing like when it's your people.
Right. So then now, like, damn, now I'm on this side of the fence. Shit.
Hmm.
Like all the people
So
I had to comfort.
that's one of the reasons, Sugar Love in the chat. That's the reason why when even when I have patients in the hospital, nursing home, whatever facility, wherever I'm working, even when patients get on my nerves, I still like to try to think of a patient. This is somebody's mother or father or brother or sister. And I try to give them a little bit of mercy and loving kindness because sometimes people can get on your last nerves, but you got to remember this is somebody family member.
I've learned how. That's why I'm so good at it today. I've learned how to tune it out
Yep.
because I know that's not the regular them, even if I don't know them. So I've learned how to tune it out, and I learned
Yeah.
not to take it personally. I
Oh
learned
no,
not
I
to.
never take it
Well,
personal.
but
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
no, some
sometimes when
people
they
do.
get on your nerves like
No,
that, you got to learn to
mhm.
not take your personal issues that you're going through on the patient.
No, but some people do because I've
Yeah.
came across a lot of people that I have had a patient and they was like, a girl, I don't know how long, because I started out as a home health aide before I went to EMS. I don't know how long you're gonna be there because no aid lasts longer than 3 days. And they was like,
Hmm.
good luck. You like the 100th one. I'm just giving a number. And I
Hmm.
get there, and I end up having that patient pass because I'm like, I learned to
Me
tune
too.
them out. Right. Some people, they don't understand that, you know, and
Yep.
then you just might be just like that too. What you gonna do?
Yep.
Now,
I learned a long time ago working in healthcare that I had to learn to match people's energy. Like, if you gonna give me the rude, I'm gonna give you back the rude. If you gonna treat me kindly, and I tell them too, I said the way your day goes depends on you. I said if you want to be nice, this can be an easy day. If you don't want to be nice, can be rougher. You got to tell people. I know you may not feel good or you're going through something, but you're not going to take it out on me because I'm here to help
oh
you.
no, we had a. I can't. I'm gonna say don't tell nobody. But like in the ambulance, right? We
Oh,
didn't
I
say
used to tell
we
them.
didn't. No, we didn't say nothing. But you got to ride for your life. Just put like that. Cause you got to remember, we know every bump in the street. So in the
Yes.
ambulance, and then we also know the quick way, and we also know the short way.
Yep.
That ride, oh my God, we know what street that's gonna make that sucker rock, okay? Oh, Jesus, sorry, Lord, I'm so
Oh
sorry,
my
Lord.
goodness.
And
Riding in the ambulance. I can't imagine that.
they started that, Lord. They started. I have to pray now. But and boy, they were like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I talk nice. I'm what, baby. You will get a." And I mean, we make sure we get in every red light when we don't have to stop at red light. But today we are. We stopping, and baby, that ride has them. So once my partner seen me strapping that seatbelt, he knew what to do. And then
Yep.
sometimes the lights used to come off and on and start flickering and flickering. Let me stop. But I ain't giving them all my secrets, but that's it.
Yep. I already know.
I ain't giving
Well,
them all my
I think
secrets, but
every
that's
job has secrets.
it. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I know. And then the two most terrifying things is when they put you in there and when
Yep.
they take you out.
Oh
And so,
yeah.
sometimes you could just hold them there for a second and they be praying for God because they don't know if they're going to get dropped or not. You
Yep.
somebody putting you
That's
in
true.
that ambulance, when they putting you in, but when they taking you out, we can make you
Mhm.
fake. Oh, I had one girl. Oh my gosh, she cursed me so bad. By that time, she was, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I never.
Wow.
And I ain't said nothing. I ain't do nothing. But once she got back in the hospital, then she started with the doc, you mother effer, you effing, yeah, say that to them. But you knew the
Yeah,
policy.
say I don't want it in here.
But baby, she started. I'm like, oh, okay, it's gonna be one of them, another one of them rides, huh? I got a
Hmm.
rider for you, little girl. You're gonna learn how to watch your mouth today. Sure
Yep.
enough. Always has to have so much
Yes,
fun.
I know that's right. Well, I know when I used to work in the baby hospital, and there used to be a baby that was at the end, and you have the babies, and they got all kinds of different problems, and I didn't understand why that one baby was doing so well, separate from the other one. And when they look back at the cameras, that what is it? The housekeeper at night would pick up that baby and hold it.
Oh.
So then the hospital made a decision to get somebody, and that's all they did. That was
Oh,
their only job. They had to just come in and hug the babies and kiss them. And do you
yeah,
know the rate of how fast they stayed in the hospital? They were in and out because they had a
yeah,
person every day hugging and kissing them. So people don't
yeah.
understand that
A lot of
affection
hospitals
goes a far
adopted
way.
that. A lot of hospitals that. Yes.
And
People
people
would just
don't
hold them.
discount that hugging and kissing. Babies need that.
I couldn't work in a baby hospital though.
Well, I did, but I didn't do it for that long. But
I could.
um, I
I mean, my grandson was in the ICU because he was
yeah,
1.5.
it no,
He was
that I feel like that was
1.5.
the toughest job I ever had to see
Mm-mm,
babies sick, but it was the best and also the hardest because it was like I love these babies, but oh
mm-mm.
my
I
God, the
ain't got
first
that hard.
time one of them
Uh,
went, I was like,
I don't
I
got
think I'm
that
going to
hard.
need another job.
I don't have. Hey, Edward, I don't have that type of heart. I mean,
Uh,
I got
I
the most
did it, and that's
fragile
when I
heart.
was a new in the field. I was
Mm,
new. Mhm.
mm-mm,
And that was the only, it's one of those things you're looking for a job and nobody would hire you.
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
I was like, well, They didn't hire me, but I didn't know it was like that. I was like, God, what did I sign up for?
Oh my God. God bless you. Oh God. I would have said the same
But
thing.
I
I
love those
would.
babies. I didn't get any work done. I would just hold those babies and just kiss them up all day long. And they'd be like, when you gonna do your charting? I was like, mind your business. Little one. I
but
love
my,
those babies, boy.
oh my God.
That was the
Again,
most fulfilling job. But when they would leave, oh,
oh my goodness.
it broke my
Oh,
heart every time when they got what is it called, discharged.
my heart is be so fragile. Certain
I
things
used
I
to
just
cry
can't
every time
say.
they would go home.
I'll be a wreck. I'll have to go see a psych
I used to
afterwards.
cry all the time, and they'd be like, "Girl, you cannot cry every time a
I-
baby gets discharged." I was like, "But I love that baby." And especially, like in the hospital and ICU, sometimes those babies are in their 7, 8 months.
Mm,
So it's like you get a bond with them.
mhm, mhm.
And one time I went in and I saw my baby gone and I almost lost it. And they said, "Oh no, no, no." They went home. I was like, "Oh."
You said I almost lost it.
I was like, "Please don't tell me." They said, "But don't worry, don't worry." Because I would just go straight and everybody knows about, "Oh, she got to go hug her baby." I said, "That's right. You better know it." And I saw my baby was gone. I was like, "Where's my baby?"
They knew. They was like, oh Lord, somebody. They should have just told you he went home before you noticed it.
Yep. They said, "Yep, we discharged her right before we knew you were coming to work." I said, "Y'all ain't right."
Y'all ain't ish.
Hmm.
I don't want to be your friend no more. I've always
I
said
know that's
every
right.
time people piss me off, I don't want to be your friend no more.
And Edward is so right. Physical contact is so important for babies. But I also will say for adults, because I see in nursing homes sometimes like they are just sitting there all day long.
Mhm.
And yes, they have like activities, they play music with them. But I do think in nursing homes, they could really use someone just coming in, hold their hand, talk with them, give them a kiss. Like,
I remember the kids like I have on my program. So in the summer program, we do the arts and crafts, like, and I buy like the canvases and stuff, right?
hmm
So they do like hand paintings. So on the holidays, because everybody has different religions and stuff like that, so we just call it a New Year extravaganza
okay,
instead of saying holiday or Christmas or whatever, just
right,
extravaganza.
yeah,
So the kids will go, but my main thing is the bed bound patients because everybody forgets about the bed bound patient.
yep.
So people always show, hey, we're doing this at the city, but what about, so do you know when the kids come in there and just hold their hand for the little 2 or 3 minutes that they there, every last one of them, a tear roll out their eye. And then
Oh,
I make sure when they make them something, I make sure they do it in bright colors
that's so
so
sweet.
they can look at it. And then we'll give them like some comfy socks, or we'll bring them some lotion because the lotion that they, so we give them like, I give them like a whole set. Like right now, I should be begging right now. I usually start begging right now, go around to all the different things.
Yeah,
So
so that they get some support.
right, no, so I can get the money. So remember, we start doing it in the summer, and
Oh, okay.
so we got to get the supplies because that's when I have the most. I have
You
over.
should put that on your channel.
I've done it. I'll show it today. I'll show
Okay.
you the we have, and then it's so funny because then I get the apple cider, and them people be drunk, and I be like, now, or maybe in their mind they're making themselves drunk because they see the bottle, but it's the regular old apple cider.
I know
But
what you're talking
but
about.
in
They
their
think that they're
mind,
drinking.
and then I get them the plastic champagne glasses. So they be sitting up there like they roasted, right? It'd be so
And
funny.
it's nothing but some sparkling juice.
But in their mind, like, yes. And then you got to see the ones where the kids are dancing. Sometimes the Girl Scouts will come out, the explorers come out, and I invite the community, whoever got groups, so they could, because while they're being occupied, then we got another set of selected people who can handle looking at the bedbound people,
Okay.
because not everybody can
Yeah,
handle
not
that.
everybody can handle that.
I had police walk up in there and come out crying because they said, you know what, we would never thought of this. And remember,
Yeah.
the people who's bedbound, they can't even move, but tears come out their eyes. It breaks
Yeah.
grown men. It
I've seen
breaks.
that many times. Yep.
And then they sit up there and they look at it, and then them kids come, and then they all walk out different.
Yep. Well, I had one guy that I used to take care of in a nursing home, Richard, and he wouldn't listen to nobody but me. And I would have to call when he was giving trouble. I would have to call, and then he would say, "Oh, Marlene," and he said, "Marlene says, go to bed." And they would say, "What do you do?" And I said, "Did you read him a story?" As soon as you read him a bedtime story, he goes to bed. Remember, when they get older, they become a child again.
Right. They said that, you once grown, twice a child.
No. And I would say, "Get in bed. It's time for your story." And he would go right in bed and say, "Oh, what we're reading tonight." Read him 2 pages in a book and he's fast asleep. But people don't
Hmm.
want to do that. It's like in healthcare now, it's very hard to find people who actually do it because they care about people. Most people are just in it for the
For the
money.
track, yes,
Yeah.
yes, and yes.
No, I'm not in it for the money. I do it just to see people smile.
And it's a shame that I go in there, right? And I have to say to the nurse or the doctor, that's not his normal behavior. Check her. This one ain't
Yep.
it. But I go in there one, two, three, because I know all the people that's there. So being that, like I said, my mother's a nurse, retired nurse. So I'm
Mhm.
trained to
Yep.
look at you. I'm trained to know what's your regular and what's not your regular.
Yep.
Hey,
You know
this one,
people.
she's sleeping too long. She ain't usually sleeping that long. Check her. And then I had the nurses that come to me and say thank you. So it was something wrong with her. I was like, you need to, and that one. And why she's sitting over there? Them two seem to get along. If them two get along, why you got this woman? That's their regular seats. Damn a regular seat. This is their home, and you are the visitor.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I think that they don't talk about that in healthcare. Sometimes people who come in, the employees, even if it's a nursing home, yes, you work there, but this is their home.
Mm,
They come in there and then they're cranking up the music 7 in the morning.
mm-hmm.
And I was like, these people are still sleeping. I was like, you're not at a club. Turn that music off. And they're looking at me like, what you talking about? Would you want somebody to come in your home while you're in bed and turn and crank up the radio?
That's the
No.
biggest argument. I have to tell them all the time. This is their home. Don't
Mhm.
talk about the TV. If you don't cut these people, I don't give a damn. This is their home.
Mhm.
Who was you
It
to show?
is.
And then they want to give. I am so tired of going at it with these daggone people. I don't be caring. I don't know. Every time I go, I check her. I scan her whole entire body. I check her feet. I videotape everything. I do not play.
Yep. And
Um,
if I see something and I'm like, what's that?
And then they're so quick. And you know how I could tell when they're guilty when you ask a simple question before
And
you.
then they would like, oh, and why are you saying that to me?
No, no, no. It's oh no, I wasn't working. I wasn't working. Check. I didn't finish the question.
Yep, they already done told on themselves.
Exactly. I never finished the question. They're so quick to say, "Well, I just got here." But I'm like, "What y'all do? Go around lying on each other?" I said, "Y'all mean to tell me nobody knows nothing? We're not allowed to ask a question. So any question I ask you, nobody's going to know, right?"
Yep.
I said, "Y'all forget I live down the block. I will catch you after work.
Oh, but you know
You
what?
can get
They
all this
didn't know.
business."
What I started doing is I installed a camera so I could watch,
I was going to
but
do
I
that.
did not tell them that I had it in there.
No, I was going to do that, but every time I put something there, I noticed that they're good for moving stuff.
Oh.
So I would have to find the old
No, what
fashioned
I
clock.
where you need to put it at a place that they couldn't get it, like on top of a bookshelf up high.
No, they move everything. So I somebody said get it in a clock. Get the old fashioned clock.
Yeah.
And I saw it. It's an old fashioned clock and it got the tick 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 there.
Yep, and put it
But
on
it's
the wall.
right and put it on the wall so they won't know there. Hopefully they're not listening. If anybody, hopefully y'all don't watch Marlene. Is not.
Go on and get your clock. I'm telling you, it's eye opening what people will do when they don't know that you're watching.
and if y'all don't see me in a while, get some bail money ready. That means I have been arrested.
Yeah, I already said that. But they wouldn't. But my thing is, I wouldn't get mad at them because I work in healthcare, so I know how it is. So I wouldn't get on them about little petty stuff. But don't go in and like
No, not
with an
petty stuff, but
attitude.
if they do something to my mother, and if you don't see me on you, as long as I get that clock, and if you don't see me on YouTube, you need to reach out to Miss Rod or somebody. I know, I'm like, is she locked up? Did they do something to her mama? So y'all got enough bail money. If y'all don't see me, just know that. I forget about a lawyer. Money is not gonna do nothing for I was sue. Nah. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. I'm still gonna sue. But you, oh, I would tear a place up, man. Oh
Oh,
man,
I
I'm
already
telling.
know that.
I would.
Well, I didn't tell you, Sugar Love, but I also have, I'm in care of my sister who has special needs. So I don't play like, don't like my sister has special needs, but she's not dumb.
Mm-hmm.
She still can think for herself, but I don't like when people come in and they'll make a decision for her. And I said, did you ask her what she wants? Like, don't. I don't like when people like talk over her, like, like if she's in a room, oh, this is what we're gonna do to her and this and that. I was like, don't look at me, look at her. Talk to
Mm-hmm.
her.
Exactly.
I was like, I don't like the disrespect that they do in healthcare.
No,
Like,
and that's why
I
I'm like,
don't
no,
like
y'all
it.
people y'all want to see me. That's what y'all want to see me. And just I have to always pray. I always pray. I'm the most
Mhm.
prayingest woman you know. I'm telling you, I pray. If I could pray all day, that's what people like. You got to set a time. No, I pray all day, every day, because Lord knows,
Yeah.
Lord, my mama. Oh, so
It will be over. I already know that.
so I'm like, oh, no, I'm not sure. I'm not
Well, I already said
sure.
that everybody knows, and I'm especially that way with my sister because she has special needs. Like, don't play.
No, but if I had anybody that I take care of, oh,
No, but I especially am
hmm
for people who have special needs because they have a mental capacity.
hmm
Like, and what they can do and what they can't do. So
hmm
why are you asking them stuff? And then they'll
exactly.
say stuff like, "Oh, you're dumb" or something. Don't do that to her. You wouldn't want nobody to do that to you. Like, don't do that.
No, and them people too, I especially, I really don't like.
Well, I don't, and they always say that they're special needs, but my sister brings a special gift to this world. I'm telling you, even though they can have some type of mental issue, but also she's very smart in other things.
Hmm
So if you pay attention to people who have special needs and older people, I think everybody has a gift
You
to
can learn
give.
from them. Yeah,
Yeah, so you can learn from them.
I just I'm like such a people person until you show me otherwise, or your
Hmm.
energy is just that much that my energy won't even let me
Where
next
you
to you.
show until you show me I can't trust you, I'm gonna trust you.
Actually, I'm the other way. I don't trust nothing. You got to
Oh
show me
my
trust.
goodness, you're
I,
like my sister.
I'm actually the other way around. But I tell people all the time, being that you never know because people change.
Hmm.
Some people don't. They don't. They don't. They don't. Like once you start doing good or good and better, they don't care about your joy. They don't, celebrate with you. They makes them kind of, jealous or whatever. So I tell people, you know, whatever you say to somebody, remember this only time it's a secret is when you keep it. Once you decide to tell somebody, if it was so much a secret, you couldn't hold it in. So don't expect for
Right.
somebody else to hold it in because you couldn't, number one. And number two, whatever you did, stand on it because you're not that person no more.
Yeah, and that's what I don't like is that when somebody grows and they mature, say they used to be this way. Like I don't like when people pass judgments and say, "Oh, that's the same old them." People don't understand. People can change.
Yeah, but but still be okay if people bring it up. Stand on it. Yeah, I did it. And what? That's you
Yeah,
gotta
I did it, but
right,
that's not me now.
right, exactly. So that'll stop the stigma of, people, oh, I don't want this to get out. If it get out, so what? I did
Yeah,
it.
who cares? I think we think, what do people think about me too much?
Right, exactly. Stand on it because you would never embarrass me for something I did 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Tell it, Oh God, they
Yeah,
go
that's what
Carter.
it is.
So
Look, yep,
stand in your mess because yes, it was you. Stand in it now. Tell them how you are now. Okay, this is me now. I can give you two
yeah,
conversations. I can tell you, you know, about that, and this is what I did to not do that no more. you
yeah,
know. So that's
exactly.
Carter. Carter always gotta make a
Oh, I know, Carter. Hmm.
but and it's never my door, it's the neighbor. Hold on. Carter. But people got they always feel so, bad about their it's okay, but stand on it because if you don't stand, people gonna always have something over you. That's why people get doxxed all the time. Even here. If they dox
Yep,
you, so what? Okay, yeah. And you know, stand
exactly.
stand on
I
it.
think why people get upset about things is because they won't admit it to themselves, whatever the past was, whatever that they have done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we all did.
They're ashamed of their past.
Yeah, we all have done something or we made a mistake because we're human. There's no way you're going to get through this earth and then F up some way, somehow, unless you
Hmm.
would not be human. We all made bad choices. We all picked the wrong person, or we all was either givers, or sometimes we took two. We
Yep.
probably don't notice that we hurt people, but we hurt people too.
Yep.
We may
That's
not
the thing that
think
people
to, but
pass judgments like they're perfect.
yeah, but
I was
still.
like, I know I've done my share of wrong things, but I also have done my share of good things. And if you can't see the good, then move on.
Yeah, exactly. But stand in your mess. So people they ain't got nothing over your head. You
Yeah.
ain't gotta be embarrassed. You ain't gotta be
Yeah,
nothing.
don't be afraid of your past. And I think that's what people are. You have to really have a backbone and courage to be able to say, that was, yeah, that's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
I hold that. That's what I did. I
Hmm.
said, but that's not me now.
Yep.
And it does take a strong man or woman to stand up and say, that's who I was, but I've
Yep.
grown, I've matured, I've this, I've that. And I'm not ashamed of who I was, but you're going to receive me for who I am today.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. And be a foot in front of people. That's why I tell my story. Oh, because I didn't really do too much. But I've done. I've done, but I didn't do too much, but I've done. But but it's like again, I didn't do anything that's not human.
Hmm.
I,
It's a
everything,
human experience.
yes, I didn't do anything that's not human.
Yeah, but I feel like personally, once I finally decided to do better, I did. But at a
Hmm.
certain point in my life, I didn't want to do better, so I didn't.
And then a lot of things like we just grew out of,
Yeah, it's like the things that you did when you were like
and
18
you
to
didn't even
maybe
know you grew out
24.
of it. It's just that you just didn't want to do it anymore. It's like
Yeah,
and
that was like over.
right. It's like people like I sip, and I'm like I can't. I ain't sipping years. I'm gonna ask to get my sip on. But I don't. It's not like I said, you know what, I'm not doing it. I have to. A lot of things I just stopped.
Yeah.
I should go
It's,
out.
certain things, it's just like it just doesn't do it for you anymore.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
and my mom used to say that all the time. Say, "Girl, you gonna grow out of that when you're
Mhm.
ready."
Mhm. 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 She's
And
100% correct.
yep,
Exactly. I grew out of
when you
it.
get sick of something, you
Yes.
really will stop.
Yes. Yes. And you wouldn't even know. You just sick
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah,
And
you get sick of it. And I understand that sometimes you get sick of people when they do certain things, but you got to let people be who they are.
I love, see, people always like, you always hear, I like minded. I don't like minded people, because that means I can't learn something from you. I like when
Mhm.
we have things similar, but I don't want us to be on the same thought. I don't want us, because I want us to be different. So I can extract from you and you can extract from
Mhm.
me. But if we all on the same wavelength and we all wake up at the same time, I'm like,
I feel like you
where is
can
the
never
learning
grow if you're that
process?
way.
Right. Where's the learning process if we're the same?
Because if everybody's going to the same direction, you got to have somebody who thinks a little bit differently.
Like, I want a friend, like, one is a painter, one is an electrician, one can do this. So, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But if we all are painters, who's gonna be the electrician?
Yeah.
You know,
That's what I believe all the time. Like, how come people can't just celebrate everybody being an individual? There's not a lot of talk of that, but like celebrate, like, and I know that it gets kind of like hairy when we talk about women, because I know this is a hot topic, but a lot of women don't know how to support other women. And I can't stand that. Like, they'll backbite, gossip about them, do this and that to them, when they can't just say, that's a strong woman, that's a whatever. But they have to think, oh, talk about them bad because maybe they're jealous of them or for whatever reason.
well, we're gonna have to definitely have a series on that, maybe on your podcast or something, because
Okay.
we under this notion, especially with this new, like, this wannabe feminine energy. And I'm like, actually, there's no such thing as feminine energy. I mean, people think there is. I mean, because perfume doesn't make you feminine. A skirt doesn't make you feminine. It's like I'm like, they call it an
I'm
energy, and
buying it,
I'm
Nitro.
like, I don't believe in that, because if you're female, then you're feminine. Anyway, it
Yeah.
doesn't stop you from. I've never seen. Have I seen dykes have babies? So, and they're masculine to the T. They even think that they're a man. Their pants is hang, but they still get knocked up too. So, stop trying to cut. You know what I'm saying? Let people want to be what they are. Even it's so. What's that old saying? There's somebody for everybody.
Yeah,
So,
and that's what my mama used to always say. Because I think when you get in a certain stage in your life, like it's usually about the preteen to the teen to maybe a little bit after, you kind of are in that stage where you're only looking for the acceptance of other people. You really don't know who you are, so you're following what everybody's doing and copying that one day you just make a decision that I'm just going to be an original person, and who likes me, and who doesn't. And for some people, it takes a little bit longer past the preteen and adolescent and all of that time, but you get there eventually. And then when you get there, you're not going to accept anything less. Like, it took me a long time to get to be in a space as a woman that I wasn't threatened by another woman. Like, if I saw another woman, I didn't have to say, oh, why does she think she's all that because she wears that? I could be able to speak up and say, now that's a beautiful woman, she has it going on. To give other women their accolades. And I think you got to be in a certain space
girl,
in
I'm an accolade
yourself to be able
queen.
to accept that.
Mhm. I'm an accolades queen.
Yeah.
I just, I can see the beauty in anything. I am that person that always see that rose growing out that concrete. I can see, but Now it depends if I like you or not. I see the other thing too. That depends. It
Yeah.
depends. It depends. But I can see the beauty in anything. I don't care how messed up somebody is or whatever. I can zone in on the beauty, and like especially when me working with kids, you have to know how to do that because a lot of these kids never heard it before. Like I told one kid before that that boy, he could never lose an argument. He just wah. He'd never lose an argument. So I said, you're gonna make a great lawyer one of these days, right? And then I used to test these kids, right? And I would have them because something we're in the park, and I picked the hottest day. And for punishment, when they get on my nerves, I make them clean the whole entire park, right? So
Wow.
I would stay behind them and won't say nothing. Now, the goal of it is I want to see who's going to be the leader. I want to see who's going to say, hey, why don't y'all stop so we can just get this done and go back over there? Because
Right.
I always make them punish each other and do stuff. Because I have to let them know you're in control of your destiny. It's you, right? So
That's what I always say all the time. You have to make a choice every day if you're going to be positive or negative, because some people blame everybody. My day isn't going good because of this person or that person. No, it's you. What
mhm,
choice do you make? You have to choose happy.
hmm exactly. And
Hmm.
then here it was. The one I said is going to, but I didn't tell him he was going to be a lawyer. So finally he broke and said, I'm tired of sitting in the sun, man. Why don't y'all stop playing and just get this guy to so? And I was like, thank God. Okay. Yeah, I finished the assignment. Let's go back to the into the park house, where it's cool and stuff at.
Yeah.
And I said I wanted to see who the one's gonna be the bull crappers and who's the
Yeah.
one
And who
that's
is the
going
one that's going to lead?
right, who's gonna lead. So I pulled him to the side and he's like, oh, stop playing with me. He really he really thought I was joking. And he thought it was a joke. And
Wow.
then he said, because nobody has never said this to me before. You know how many kids I said,
Yeah,
and
sometimes, especially with children, you gotta give kids like that pat on the back and tell them that they're proud of them, because sometimes, unfortunately, some kids don't get that kind of love at home.
mm, a
Mhm.
lot of them don't.
Yeah.
'Cause I mean,
Unfortunately, but I won't blame parents, because I think a parent can only give, you can only operate from your level of,
right.
existence. So if this is your life right now and this is all you don't know how to do and be what maybe that kid needs. But I personally can't understand a parent that doesn't know how to kiss their child and tell them that they love them. I don't understand that, because maybe that's not my personality.
And then, some adults, like when they see the kids, my son's school is terrible. They look like a
Mm.
bunch of gangsters, if you ask me. I'm scared to go up in there, right? But
Mhm.
hey, how you doing, young man? How you doing, young fella? I always pick the ones that look like they got the most attitude, and I shock them every time, right?
Yep.
And hey, then first time they won't answer, I said, well, I said hello to you. And keep pulling pants up. And just that quick, I got them doing what I want them to do. So the first principal looked at me. I said, it's a technique. Don't worry about it. But you got to,
Yep.
they like, if you greet them first and treat them like people first, then they'll get pulling pants up for me. Ah, that is so nice. You
Yeah, and
put
then they
my
do it.
pants down. Yeah, instead of, you don't have to be authority all the time. 'Cause a lot of them don't have no respect for authority anyway, because their father's not around, so they don't have no male authority, and then their mamas is scared of them and they get to do what they want to do. So here you can't be the person. So you gotta make sure you get what you can get done. I mean, sometimes you got to be hard on them. Also, let them know I'm not playing. But
You have to also let kids know you're not scared of them.
oh no, I have bats everywhere. I'm telling you, I would because I'm the shortest one, girl. I wish they, I wish they were there. I got them headed all around. But it's not easy. But the main thing is I make sure, like towards the end, I look into each kid and I see whatever I see in them. I let them know.
Yeah, you got to tell them you see the potential in them.
So whatever, oh, you know what? You keep practicing art. You're gonna be beautiful at it. You would be
Mhm.
such. You are such good with kids. Try teaching. And I always pick out their, and I do that with a lot of adults too, because a lot of adults haven't been told that neither.
No, they've never, some people their whole lives they've gone through and nobody has ever told them they're proud of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And some
As
kids
an
never
adult.
got that high five. They never got that pat on the back. They only got the thank you from people when you're doing when they was doing something for them, but nobody never looked at them. So
Yeah, and saw them for what they're good at.
I always make sure I look at people. I truly look at you, and then I see you, and then I always let people know I acknowledge you. I
Yeah,
see you. I hear you. Because that's what the main thing people want in life is to be
yeah.
seen and to be
Seen,
heard.
heard, and recognized.
Yeah, that's the main thing we all want.
Yeah, I think that's important. So, is there anything you want to say? Ending? Do you What time you gonna be live tonight?
I don't know, but I want to know what the heck was y'all all doing up at 11, 11:30? How was
Well,
everybody up?
I'll tell you what
What?
I was doing. I
What?
tell you what I was doing. I had just taken a bath and I was about to turn on the TV and I saw you were live and I was like, oh,
I gotta go to work. I got to work in there. Sam. I got to work. My second job is calling me. And it's crazy because it's like people just more and more people is just coming. I'm like,
yeah.
oh,
And when you were trying to shut it down, more and more people, I was like, what y'all doing? Y'all go to bed.
that's what I said. So I'm like, oh my God, jeez. But I have to let.
Well, at one point, I think you had like 200 people in there.
I think total count was 360 something. Remember at the end, because people come in and they go out, but at the end, it'll tell you how many people all together.
Wow,
That was
367.
360 something.
Ooh, you had it. Your live was popping last night.
No, but I mean, but to be starting at 11, but I usually get 300 and something now.
Yeah, I know you
Right,
do, but I'm saying, but
but
you had never been that late.
exactly. I started at like 11:06 or something like that. Because I'm like, I know it's gonna be some new news tomorrow. Let me get this old news finished.
Hmm.
And I was like, then I'm like, what are y'all people? I said, I'm like,
Yeah, when we started coming in, you sounded surprised. I was like, oh, she think we wasn't gonna show up.
baby, I'm thinking people gonna be watching the replay. I'm like, let me just get this done. I'm gonna keep it nice and short because the only supposed to have been an hour. Because
Nope, we was in there how long? 3 hours?
I said, God, I said, and what you doing? And what are you doing up? And what are you?
Yeah, and everybody was like, "What you doing here?" I was like, "Same thing you're doing here."
Because I came in from the fundraiser. So I came in from there, so I had to go out. And then I said, I'm going to bed. Then what happened was somebody left me a message, and I was like, I said, "I need to address this." And
Mhm.
then and then with me, I like to address people face to face. I'm not going to make a video about you. I want to speak to you.
Right.
I'll talk to you. I ain't gonna be. I ain't doing that because my thing is somebody see a video of mine in the future. I'm not dedicating no video to you. I don't know who gonna watch that video in the future. I'm gonna dedicate it to the subject that I'm on. It would
You
not
can
be for
you can
you.
dedicate a video to me. It's okay.
On my Sugar Babes page, I want to get back into the Grow Channel thing on my
Yeah,
Sugar Babes
because I
page.
we need to do something to where how like before we used to be having 300 people in the chat.
But I don't really want to do it on this Sugar Loves page. But my thank you for you guys being there with me, being that we have that amount. I try to make sure you guys can get something out of it.
Yeah, I appreciate
That's
that.
my thank you, for being there. Because I don't want to mix the both.
Yeah,
But
you
I'm
don't
like,
want to because you want people to come organically.
right. But then I'm like, damn, if I got all these people, let me show y'all some love too. So that's why I'm like,
I
you know,
because I know for me personally, just coming to yours and putting this link, I only had 1,000, and right now I got 1,080.
that's what I'm saying. That's my thank you. That's what I'm saying. Why I got all these people, let me show them my thanks for.
Yeah,
And this is the best time why we got all these people in here.
yeah,
Let me let y'all get y'all's off. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But that's my thank you. And I'm like, it's my channel. So I
yeah.
do it at
It's
the
your channel,
end.
and you do what you want.
And I'm like, why would I do it when it's 5 people? We got a lot of people in here, and then you see how I be begging. Can y'all just? And we almost got that other girl to 1,000.
Yeah, we sure did.
Andrea, she's almost there.
Well, I need to start coming in with my podcast channel because I only have like 500 something.
Well, you know what to do. But like I said, I really didn't want to mix it. But I'm like, it's too many people to go to waste. It's
I was like, I just need 400.
oh God, then Miss Rod, she wants to do a giveaway, but she needs
Well, I want Miss Ride to come over here and teach the people about how to do this.
that'll be good, and I could do the swing channel, and then
Yeah.
you right do the swing channel because, um, that. But my sugar babes is I want to be the growing channel, but
Mhm.
I'm like from the people who
What
I'm
you should
down.
do is do the Sugar Babes as a growth channel, but put on Tony T do topics.
No, Tony T is going to do the topics. The
Yeah.
sugar babes is going to be the grow, but the thing is, being that it's so new, so being that I got this amount, let's get what we can get out of it because we don't know. You know how you go. Sometimes you go up, sometimes you go down. You go up,
Right.
you go down. So let's take advantage of it
Well,
now.
you're almost to your 5K, right?
Yeah, not almost. I'm like 2, 3. I mean, God damn it, 7 something. Almost. I need like 250.
Yeah, you'll get there in the next live. Just tell everybody who's in there. I got to start telling everybody to start subscribing because people come in and they listen, but they don't subscribe.
I guess the subscribers, but like I said, I'm the type of person I make sure we all eat to the point I forget to say subscribe. I'm like, hold up, don't forget to subscribe to this.
Yeah, I think that's something you should probably that in your banner with your thing. Make sure you subscribe to the
Now
channel.
I got that in the thing. I put like and subscribe,
Oh,
but
okay.
I like to stop right before we get to the good part. Then you'll see me stop and say, let's get these
Yeah,
likes
you
and
got to start
subscribes
doing
out.
that, promoting yourself.
Yeah, but them subscribers, cause they come in, they come
Yeah,
in.
they coming.
But I make sure, for all of my people who still like we're still down with each other. I try to make sure we all eat, cause that's what we're
Yep.
supposed to
And
do.
I appreciate that. And I know everybody else does too. So
Especially
thank
the
you so
old, the
much.
older people who's down. Like we go, if I eat, we all eat. Cause see, that's what people don't understand. You don't get mad cause somebody's getting bigger. Cause I can make, well, not everybody makes sure we all eat. I make sure we all eat.
Well, I was about to say that. I was like, no, you could be in somebody live with them for 7 hours and they never ask you how you're doing.
That is true, but I make sure we all eat because I'm thankful. Because nobody
Mhm.
has to sit up in there. Nobody has to mod. Nobody has to, do that job. Especially with trolls,
Yeah,
this and
and your people be live, the things that they say.
that. All right,
All
sis.
right,
I
I'm
know
about to get off. Thank you so much for joining me.
it's my one of my favorite days of the week. I have made myself an
I always
honorary
look forward to
co-host.
Wednesdays.
Yes, yes, and yes. So,
And
darling,
if you guys have not gone over to my sis Sugar Love, go ahead and do so. Let's get sis to 5K.
and when don't forget to comment on your pod channel.
Yep, and my podcast channel, Marlene Saunders Show, because I'm trying to get that to 1K really soon. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you guys again next Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Open Panel. Thanks for joining me, guys. Thanks, sis.
Peace. You gotta
Okay,
do a little.
bye.
You gotta do a little kiss at the end too.
No, oh, like you do. I got to download some of those gifts to end with
Yes,
something.
or you could do it yourself. Mwah. Do it yourself for now. Mwah. All right, Edward. Good night, everybody. Thank you, sis, for having me be here. Nighty night.
You're welcome. Bye bye. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining me.